All right, I am live, apparently. Let's see here. Open just my chat. Hey, what's up, my buddy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hey, I got your email, by the way. I just went ahead and put it in my Google Calendar, so we'll be all set up for our jam. What is happening here? Oh, I see. Try to put my banner on. Sorry, guys. Give me just 1 second. Okay, there it is. Cool. All right. Hope you guys are having a good Friday out there. Man, the week goes by kind of quick, doesn't it? Goes by quick, kind of goes by slow. I don't know. It just depends on the day, I guess. But yeah, we are here. We are live streaming. We'll do some music talk. We'll talk about this GoFundMe thing I have going on and some other neat stuff in the works. Let me just test my volume real quick. Sounds pretty decent enough, I suppose. Hey, what's going on, Blue Mox? How you doing, man? Making dinner? Oh, nice. What's for dinner, man? What are you making? Something pretty tasty or what? Okay, the audio sounds good on that. Let me check my distortion real quick and see how loud this is, because I don't know how loud this is going to be. Okay, decent enough. And then let me just move a little bit more of the sound a bit. Yep, just like a hair. Oh, echo cancellation. Let me fix that. Blue bus. Can't stay long, bro. No worries, dude. Thanks for coming by. So you're baking chicken wings, homemade coleslaw. Ooh, that sounds pretty good, man. That sounds pretty good. What's up, Jack? How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Where are we at? Settings. Let me fix echo cancellation, guys. Give me just a second. It always resets this. It's so annoying. Okay, we're good now. Let me try that again with the sound. Right. See, hello everyone. How's it going, man? Sitting here playing my Epiphone Dot. Nice, man. Nothing wrong with that. Good old Epiphone. All right. Hopefully you can see and hear everything okay. I'm just getting things set up. It's going to take me a little bit of time. Been learning the 4 chords Ed Sheeran can play any song. Soon I'll be able to play some. Yeah, definitely, man. I think that's a good goal. I think you'll be able to reach it. See, level is good. Going through the onboard speaker or your setup. Just my setup, like my DAW and everything. These things have pretty good speakers built into them, but I don't have a good mic to pick that up. Like, I have my SM57 for my voice, but it's just not close enough to pick up like this thing. Let's see. And it seems pretty versatile. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Coming through loud and clear. Perfect. Yeah, you know, these... I guess, I don't know if it's like you pronounce it Enya or like Anya. Enya. I think it's like Enya, right? Like the singer. I like Enya, by the way. I always liked, like, you know, what is that song called? Caribbean Blue and some of those other ones. Definitely a big fan. Anyways, getting sidetracked. The guitars are cool, man. They're really smooth. They're just really, like, I don't know. I'd say it's probably one of my favorite guitars I own right now, which is kind of crazy to say. Because I have, you know, a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of guitars, but I have some pretty decent ones like the Ricotta and stuff. But move this down a bit. Okay, there it is. But yeah, this guitar is actually probably my best playing instrument. that I have in my apartment. It's just the neck smooth. I like the string spacing. I like the thickness of the neck. It's not overly thick. It's not overly like skinny either. Um, I don't know. Just it's really smooth and easy to play on. Really like it. Let's see. This is Cheyenne Creates 2000. This is my secret busking secret identity account. Very cool. Very nice. We all got to have a secret identity at some point, right? We're all doing some really crazy stuff in the world. Kudos to you. Let's see. Christian says, watched your Soothsayer cover. It was killer. Thanks, man. I didn't know I did that. I forgot. I guess I did cover that. Yeah, I honestly forget what the heck I'm doing with these, like, you know, recordings and stuff. I totally forget what I'm doing. But cool, man. I'm glad you liked the cover. Heck yeah. I'm just getting things warmed up here. My hands are not loosened up at all. I haven't really played much today. I know I always say that, but I really mean it this time. I haven't played much at all. Yeah, I got my different camera up here right now, my phone camera, trying to get this so you guys can see both, hopefully. Let's see here. Because parents stink. Okay. Jeff, what's up, Jeff? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming, man. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, hopefully you guys can see me and hear me okay. I'm just getting things warmed up here before we do anything, actually. Yeah, interesting. You scroll down, scroll up. Okay. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, hopefully you guys have been having a good week so far. Hopefully it's been, you know, pretty eventful for you guys. Let me know what you got going on. Hopefully something interesting. Hey, what's up, John? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Not doing too bad, thanks. Why is this stuck? Sorry, let me just move this down. So, anyways, now that I have a few people here, we can kind of talk a little bit about what's going on. So, I'm going to do possibly an album release, like an actual physical copy. I'm planning to get, like, you know, maybe a batch order of some CDs with, you know, like a signature on them and a bunch of other stuff, too. That's my dog over there. He's got some flea medicine he's trying to sort through. Sorry. Poor guy. But, yeah, so we're making a batch order, some CDs. And, you know, they're going to have, like, the official professional case, like the jewel case and everything, you know, with some print. And I'm also trying to raise a little bit of money for a new laptop. So we're going to get that going on because my computer is trash, man. I've had it for, like, almost 10 years, maybe 11 years. And this thing is just, man, yeah, it's seen some better days. I'll just say that much. This computer's crashed like 3 or 4 different times in just the last couple weeks, so as you can imagine, it's kind of a headache. Let's see here. I keep busking clothes and goggles, makeup, shoes, supplies, etc. Oh, gotcha, man. That makes much more sense now. Yeah, it took me a minute. I didn't remember any of that until you mentioned it. Let's see, those look pretty versatile. Then again, with what I have for equipment, anything with a pickup is an upgrade. You got a good point, man. I think anything would be an upgrade for you. You need to get yourself an electric guitar. That'd be pretty sweet. Because, you know, you do a lot of cool acoustic stuff, an electric acoustic. I think it's time to up the game to just regular electric guitars. Be pretty sweet, man. I think it'd be pretty sweet. Just a thought. Yeah, you'd have fun with all the different sounds, man, you could do. It'd make life a little easier on the hands, too, so you're not, like, squeezing down these big old strings, you know, on these acoustics. They could be kind of a hassle sometimes. Anyways, let me see here. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. I have this going on too. I'm not sure if I want to use this double vision or not because it's kind of shaky. Image stabilization isn't so good on my phone, but we might be able to pull off something in a little bit. We'll see. Where are we at? What's up, everyone? Hey, New Mexico Saint, how you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day out there, or evening, or just anytime, really. Sorting through some stuff. All right. What is Jeff got going on here? After straightening the neck joint on the EPISG, I need to do a full setup again. Oh, man. Well, that's going to be rough. Heck. Kudos to you for jumping into such a crazy project. How much guitar-wise, though? Just my guitar and a pick, an electric tuner. I don't know if I got. Gotcha, man. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, let me move that out of the way for now. Yeah, super cool. I'm glad you guys can hear me okay. I'll do some jamming with you in a little bit. We'll do some chit chat about music, and yeah, we'll get to all that good stuff in just a little bit here. Let me just move this off my screen. I got a bunch of stuff popping up here I need to save. Save and exit out of that tab and this tab, yada yada. So you're going to the flea market tomorrow to see what you can find. Nice, man. It's going to be pretty killer. Let's see. Or not stay long. Yeah, it's okay, dude. No worries. Hey, life's important. You know, I'm just a dude on the live stream. It's not that interesting. Took your BC Rich in to get repaired. Should be sick. That's gonna be nice, man. Nothing like taking a guitar in to get some TLC. You know, a little tender love and care. Always a good time. Hey, Clutch, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Hey, John. See, hope to find something good. Yeah, that's always a trip, man. It's always a trip. You never know what you're gonna find at the good old flea market. I stopped going, you know, but I probably will go back down there one of these days. It's just been so long, and then it's like it's not far away from me. It's just kind of a drive. So, let's see what he's telling John here. He says, "My guitar, $400 Ibanez for $10. So don't give up." Yeah, it's a killer deal, man. You just never know what you're gonna find. Other times you don't get a good deal, but you know, it's usually people that don't know what they're doing. Like, you guys know what you're doing. You've been around for a while with the music scene. I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit. But you know, some people don't know what they're doing. You know, they got these people that maybe are just buying for their kid and they don't know anything about guitar. And then they buy a guitar with the neck all jacked up and the strings off it or something. I've seen that happen a few times. Let's see here. Jeff had a Korean Mockingbird in Blueburst. Give it to a kid whose dad smashed his Squire because he was late mowing the lawn. Wow. That's rough, man. I mean, yeah, I guess some parents are a little strict. You know, hey, you're not going to mow the lawn? There goes your guitar, man. It's going in the wood chip. Yeah, rough. It's in the plans. Explain. Or, yeah, it's my negative bank account, though. It'll happen when it happens, if it happens. Until then, I'll keep playing, creating with what I have. That's a good way to do it, man. Definitely a positive way to do it. Alright, there we go. Move this down. Cool. So yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good week out there, having a good Friday evening. We'll do some jamming here in a little bit. Let me get my backing tracks pulled up. Hopefully you've been seeing some of my jams on the shorts. It's been pretty interesting. All right, trying to distract my dog real quick. Give me just 1 sec. I'm gonna give him his favorite toy over here so he can stop itching himself so much. Come on, hey, over here, toy. Play with that. Yeah, see? He just needs to be a little distracted, poor dude. He got this new flea medicine, and it's not really working for crap. We got it like 2 days ago. Poor dude's just been itching all day and night. We got like all kinds of different sprays to all kinds of different stuff. The chews. I mean, we've tried a lot of stuff. But yeah, this year sucks for fleas real bad. He's having himself a heck of a time. Let's see here. Robert Cron. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Robert? Good to see you, man. And good evening to you as well, Johnny. Thanks for jumping in the stream. Can't wait to play stuff like Iron Man or Smoke on the Water. Dude, you could totally do that. You could totally do it. It'd take you like a day just to play like the riff at least. Dude, I was saying the same thing. I don't know if it's an Enya or Anya. Like, it's Enya, but I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Enya, like the singer. I just think like the singer, because I like Enya. Enya's cool. Okay, you guys are just greeting each other. Perfect. I'm not missing anything. Let's see here. Look up Bug MD. We use it for my dogs after a bath and once a day. It helps good. Thanks, dude. Appreciate the suggestion. We'll definitely look that up then. Yeah, man, at this point, we'll try anything. It's a mess. All right, so hopefully you guys are having a good time out there. I'm going to talk to you a little bit some more about some music stuff today. We'll talk about I have some like lesson topic points. Well, we're not really doing a lesson, but we're kind of doing a lesson. I know some of you guys like melodic minor, some of you guys like jazz, some of you guys like fusion, some of you like rock. So today we'll talk a little bit about like, you know, melodic minor stuff, and we'll talk about how I use melodic minor, the modes of melodic minor, you know, it's that kind of thing. how you can use melodic minor in rock and metal, like I do. I like using melodic minor in like a rock sense, right? So we'll do some like interactive lesson stuff today, not just me playing. Like I'll play still and do some improv, but I'm not going to sit here and just play mindlessly, which I normally do. And we'll go over how I approach improv a little bit. So this will kind of help you guys out. This will be like an interactive thing. And again, like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about the GoFundMe thing. Like I said, I'm trying to raise some funds for the laptop and for CD production. So if you guys want a physical copy of a Lester Mitchell CD, Reaper's Kiss one with the actual case and a booklet, we're going to have that going on if we reach our goal, hopefully. So cool. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about scales and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're going to talk about melodic minor. I've talked about it before here on the channel. Some of you guys already know what it is, and I think my buddy knows because he's classically trained, so he understands a little bit about that. Some of you guys might already have some experience in music with melodic minor or some other scales. I don't know. If you do, just ignore this part because I'm just going to explain it to you for what it is, and then we'll talk about using it and all that. So if we look at like a major scale, and I'm just going to put on my clean setting for this, but if I'm playing like let's say I guess in C is the easiest example, right? So if I'm playing this, it's a C major, by the way, okay, and I'm just going to call it from intervals 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, 8, or 1, again, it's just root, and then repeating. I think of everything in terms of the major scale, right? So I'm going to go from here, okay, this C, into melodic minor. So for what all I'm going to do is just flatten the 3rd degree 1 fret here. So, right, so that's that flat 3rd, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, natural 6, natural 7. And just doing that one little thing, we can play some really interesting jazzy kind of lines. And I like to think of it as just a major scale with a flat 3rd or Ionian flat 3rd. That's my perspective. Because if I don't do that, it gets a little confusing because then you got to think like from minor scale perspective, then you got to think about the 6th and the 7th degree, which is fine. It's just a different way of looking at it. Anyways, quicker, in my opinion, is to think of it as a major scale. So you can play this over a regular minor chord, minor major 7 chord. Alright, and that looks kind of like this shape. So if I bar all the way across, okay, kind of like this, say you're just barring all the strings on the 8th fret there, and I put my middle finger, right, on the D string of this 9th fret, so all on 8, 1 on 9 there. I could just do that even. But, the A string, I'm going to ignore that, just pluck with my right hand. If you want to strum all of them, you're going to hold down your ring finger on the 5th string, 10th fret. And that's minor, major 7. Okay. So, boom. Play that on top. And there you go. This is 2-set octave. So again, root, 2nd, flat 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7. Yeah, that's just the first premise here. We're talking about like how the scale's built, the basic chord you would build out of that, right? That minor major 7 chord. So that's the real basic like thing there. You could vamp over a C major chord progression, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And so if we're just playing like C major this whole time, I could play obviously, C major. I could play C Lydian. Right, those are all major type things. I wouldn't want to play Mixolydian because there's a flat 7 that would clash, so that's not going to work. But major and Lydian will work. I could also briefly touch on that flat 3rd and play C melodic minor. Okay, so if I'm here, I can kind of briefly go in and out of that, which I'll show you guys when we do the vamp in a minute. So those are just some examples, right, of just the very first like baby steps into melodic minor, right? I could potentially apply it over the one chord if I want in minor context or in major 7 context. So if you're playing minor 7, you could just kind of noodle around with, you know, C melodic minor, C minor pentatonic, C minor scale. If you're in C major, you're playing C, you know, major 7, you could, you know, use that melodic minor in the root C still with the C major scale to kind of create a little tension. And we'll show you some ways of doing that in a minute. So, sorry guys, not ignoring your chat. I just get talking and it's hard for me to read at the same time. So let me go to the chat now. So sorry. Can you show me how to hold my fingers for C, G, A minor, but explain with fingers, number, scale, which fingers go where? Yeah. So real quickly, I can show you that. If you're doing, here, I'll give you an example with the 2 cameras. You can't really see because my fret wrap, sorry. This is just a weird camera angle. Does it ever, like, go up a bit? I guess I can't really move that. If I could just get it to move, like, around this way, which it kind of works, but let me see something. If I can do it this way. Well, now we're down here. What if I move up a bit this way, maybe? You guys can see, well, it's better than it was, but not really where I wanted it. Oh well. It's not going to work for that part. But let me just show you from this other camera view, sorry. So if you're doing like a C chord, okay, this is a really basic one, but, right, and I'll just have to move my hand over this way so you guys can see me real quick. So if I'm playing a C, I use my index finger or finger 1 here on the 2nd string, okay? Then I go ring finger on the A string, and then my middle finger on the D string here, like that. And I stand them up on the tips. You want them to be on their tips. From C to A minor, you just move the ring finger to the G string. Check that out. So from C to A minor, 1 movement. So I'm at C, and I move my ring finger to the G string on the 2nd fret. I keep everything else the same, and I could bounce between C to A minor. Alright, you feel me? Now, we can cheat from here to like an F knockoff chord if I just put my index finger down, flatten the E and the B string, and then I keep this finger here, and the middle finger on the G string, 2nd fret, the ring finger on the D string, 3rd fret. I can play a trad of, you know, the F major. It's obviously not going to be the bar chord version, but if you're a beginner, you're not going to want to do a bar chord right away anyway. So, C, A minor, F. To G, you already know G is pretty easy. And I do middle, index, ring down here. Or you could do pinky if it's convenient. Okay, so again, C, A minor, F, G, like that. Hope that kind of helps you, my friend. So moving on to the next part of this here. Love that kind of attitude. Let's see. Minor major 7 is a cool chord. Absolutely, Jeff. Absolutely. Is that the internal amp? No, that's my Nux pedal. But the reverb is coming from the guitar. The reverb's not coming from the pedal. The pedal is just like my, what do you call it? Like my sound capturing thing that's going through my interface. And then my reverb's coming from the actual guitar, which is pretty cool. It's a really nice sound, by the way. Just sounds really like clean. I always think of it in relation to the minor with a raised 6th, 7th, but apparently I like the hard way. Yeah, you could think of it that way too, if you're really familiar with the minor scale. Let's see here. Hey, Lesterian gang. What's up, Wally? How you doing, man? Nice. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Is it okay I repost for notes? Yeah, of course, dude. Go for it. Go for it. Let's see here. But yeah, anyways, so let's go ahead and talk about the vamp. I'm going to put the backing track on, and let's talk about melodic minor a little bit in context of like weaving in and out. This is for like you guys that like the jazz or rock stuff, and then we'll talk about rock and metal. So don't worry if you guys aren't big fans of jazz. I'm not going to make you play jazz. But we'll talk about how you could just start using melodic minor for just getting used to it. And you should learn all 7 positions, 3 note per string edition, right? You should know all your major scale first, I should say, 3 notes per string. And then learn your melodic minor 3 note per string shapes, because they're similar to the shapes that you learn already. They just have that 1 note alteration. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about improvising over this. And let me just find a good track, just 1 chord track here. Okay, we're gonna have to listen to commercials. Bear with me. Oh, internet's buffering or something. I'm not sure what's going on here. We're getting some lag on my end. Okay, we're back. That's the chords use, so thanks. Just what I needed. No problem, dude. Happy to hear it. Dorotio, are those Audio Technica studio headphones? I don't think so. Let me check. These are Philips. Sorry, I bought them like 5 years ago, and I don't remember what they were. So yeah, they're Philips. Hey, what's up, Ramy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Cool. So before I put the track on, again, if you guys are just joining the stream, I was talking a little bit earlier, and I'll bring it up again a little bit later. I'm doing a GoFundMe to get a new laptop and to make some physical CDs. So if you guys want to donate, I have some rewards. Like I have some, lessons I'm going to give away to people that do certain donations. I'm going to give away lesson packages. I'm giving away, the CDs. I'm going to sign them, the physical copies. They're going to be professional, in the jewel cases and everything, if we can meet the number and everything works out. This computer has gotten the blue screen of death like 4 times this week. It died in my last stream last week. So I don't know how much more life I can get out of this computer. I've had it like over 10 years. My cousin had it before me in the Navy for like 7 years. So yeah, I'm getting a new computer hopefully. And like I said, physical copies too of CDs. If you guys have been wanting that, and a lot of people have been hitting me up asking me for physical CDs. So Reaper's Kiss is going to be a physical CD and a digital, of course, too. But we're going to have a physical copy with the booklet and everything. So yeah, if you guys want to donate to that, the link is pinned here in the chat, and and it's also in the description box of this video. Hey Tyler, how's it going, dude? Now continuing the lesson, let's talk about this. This is going to be just a vamp on one chord. Okay, this is C major 7. Let's talk about scales we can use. Okay, let's talk jazzy stuff. So check this out here. And let's see here. Blue Mock says, open it up and clean it. I wish it was the issue. These things just had a lot of problems, man. All right, so C major. Okay, then you could play just the scale up and down. You could play your obviously your diatonic, like thinking, like arpeggios. Thinking triadically, triadic movements. Now, Lydian. Okay. Now we're also going to play melodic minor on top of this. We're going to weave in and out. So I'm going to play major and then switch to melodic minor. Try to listen for it. Hear that change there from that major to melodic minor? So that's like the first thing, just hearing the tension you can build and then relieving it. Just kind of weaving in and out of that. So that's like the bare basic example. We could play some other things on top of this too, right? But again, if we just play the scale just as it is, major, melodic minor. So that's just a really basic example. I'm not playing anything special there. It's just kind of weaving out of that melodic minor. Now I could also mess around with some other stuff, right, on that one chord, which we'll talk about in a minute. But that's like the first thing of just getting used to the sound of, okay, we're gonna play major on top of that. Just hear how those notes sound. Take your time with it. I'm just rushing through for the purpose of teaching. Don't copy what I'm doing. And then hear each note in melodic minor against the chord. Right, that's like the first thing you'd want to do. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you guys. If I hadn't given my old beefy gaming laptop to my son, I would have sent it to you, man. I shared your GoFundMe. Oh, thanks, dude. Well, I sure appreciate that. And hey, the thought counts, man. That's very nice of you. Yeah, like I said, this thing is just old, dude. I've had it for like a long time, and it was refurbished because when my cousin used it in the Navy years and years ago, he got drunk and punched it one time. So like the back of it has this big hand mark. It's kind of a funny story, and it still has a dent in here. But yeah, the whole thing itself, like, it'll shut off randomly all the time. Go to blue screen of death. The battery doesn't work anymore. You know, if I unplug it from the wall, it shuts off instantly. If my USB ports get touched, it shuts off instantly. I just have so many issues, and that's just a few of them. There's like a whole slew of issues I've had for years. And every time I see tech people, they always tell me, "Oh man, you have like a motherboard issue. You need to get that fixed. It's gonna, you know, you don't have a lot of time left on that." Well, I'm trying. I'm gonna keep going with it until it dies. But you know, if it dies and you don't see Lester anymore, you'll know what happened. I'm poor and unemployed, so can't donate. That's okay, dude. Hey, like I said, it's the thought that counts. I'm not saying you guys have to donate by any means, but those of you that do, I sure appreciate it. But I feel you, dude. I feel you. We're all in a similar boat with this economy. Anyways, moving on from that, though. So when you're using melodic minor, though, in, you know, this type of thing, that's a good one. It's on life support. Yeah, basically, it's on life support. You gotta look. I like that phrasing. That's hilarious. You're trying to drum up business. Oh my goodness. Well, thanks, dude. I got a spokesperson here. You could be my agent, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, so now, you know, in a musical sense, like when you're playing rock music, you probably never play a major 7 chord or minor 7 for that matter. In fusion, you do. Sure, in jazz stuff, you do. But, you know, let's be honest. In a rock and metal song, are you going to hear, you know, somebody bust out that? Probably not. Maybe in a prog song, like something I would do, maybe. But, you know, that's not something you're likely to see. You're going to see, like, power chords. And so what are power chords? Okay, we got root, 5th, root. Just an octave. So root, 5th. That tells us it's really ambiguous, especially if there's only one chord or two in the whole song. There could be a lot of scales you could, you know, imply over that. So, you know, if I'm playing a C power chord, right, and doing some riff or whatever the heck, I could, you know, add that melodic minor into what I'm doing. So, you know, if I'm playing melodic minor, on top of that, it would work because it's just a power chord. There's nothing like, it's not major or minor. It's really open-ended. It's the beauty of playing rock and metal sometimes is you can just imply a lot of different stuff. So I do this a lot in my music. I'll have, you know, something that, you know, it'll switch to a chord maybe, because I like using chords in my music, but sometimes it'll switch to just a power chord. You'll hear me do something like, right? And then you might hear me do maybe not even melodic minor. You might hear me go to, like, you know, hear a Joshi scale or something. Or something modal. You might hear me do, you know, I don't know, Lydian or something. So melodic minor and its modes can be used the same way. You can just impose them over that, as long as there's no clashing notes. So you're good to go with that. So for rock and metal sense, I use it only to like build tension and then resolve it. So you're obviously not going to make a whole solo in just melodic minor only, because if you did, it would just be like, which sounds cool, I guess, but it's never going to resolve. It's just this endless like stream of, ooh, which it sounds okay. Let me take that back. It sounds okay in certain classical contexts or in certain jazz contexts. It might sound okay if you're taking a little long on that, because, you know, some classical tunes do that. If you look at Summer, right, Vivaldi, that has like a cool like classical kind of like walking thing that goes up and down. And there's a few other classical songs that do the same. So definitely something to think about. Sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore you guys. Costco for 500. That's crazy, man. Costco has all kinds of good stuff, though, from what I remember. I'm gonna learn to drive. I'll buy an old school bus or old bus. Cover it if I can live in it. Just travel and bus wherever my music takes my traveling. Yeah, that'll be quite a journey, dude. A busking. That brings me back. I used to busk a long time ago on the beach pier. I don't miss it. Sometimes it works out good. People are nice, and other times people can be real nasty. Just ignore the haters, man. Punch cards, magnetic tape drives, my computer. Oh, man. I feel ya. That's funny. So yeah, anyways, melodic minor stuff. Now, let's say, you want to incorporate some different, modes. Let's say you're playing an E minor, for example. If you're playing over an E minor type of track, you can do E minor pentatonic. You could do E minor just itself, Aeolian. You could do, E melodic minor. You could do E Aeolian flat 5, a mode of melodic minor. E harmonic minor. You could do C melodic minor, right? You could do E Dorian. You could do E Hirajoshi, E mixed Lydian flat 6, E like I said, super Locrian, which is just the altered scale. And I'll give you an example of how you can incorporate those too. So let's do like an E minor 7 vamp, okay, for our backing track, because that's a little closer to like the stuff we like, right? Minor stuff. And I'm gonna play just one chord backing track to get really used to the sound. It's just gonna be E minor 7 over and over, and we're gonna imply these different sounds and scales over them, okay?
3, 2,
Major scale. Nothing wrong with power chords, dude. Nothing wrong with the major scale. You can do a lot with that. And honestly, that's really all you need for most stuff. This is just if you want to, like, spice up your improv a little. Maybe you want to play over some different types of music. Wow, this is a quiet backing track. Holy smokes! Can you guys even hear that? I might need to find a louder track, because that one is like almost like non-existent. I mean, it's nice sounding. I just can't hear it at all. Just want a one chord backing track. I mean, I could just record it on here, but my computer, so, well, as you guys know, we're talking about, it's kind of a junk thing here. So, E minor 7, one chord, funky rock. I don't want funky, though. Just want one chord vamp. Here we go. What is this? This is like an intro, I guess. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is fine. This will work. This will work fine. When I'm waiting for a job, I got some free lessons from a dude in Portland, Oregon. I'm friends with his mom. He wants to pick my brain on other things. So good trade. Oh, nice, dude. Nothing wrong with that. Let's get this stuff while you can, man. Sounds like it's coming from the neighbors. Oh, like far away. Yeah. Let's see, those lessons might get me half to speed with your lessons. That's silly, man. That's silly. Okay. And just so you guys know, like, if you ever want to reach out for lessons, don't feel intimidated by, like, the stuff I talk about or play. I'm not going to make you do anything crazy. I teach all levels, okay? I used to teach, like, 2-year-olds how to play from start to finish, so don't think I'm going to, like, put you through a bunch of crazy stuff. This context of this, right, what I'm talking about right now is more, like, eccentric, and you probably aren't going to use it. But, okay, we got E minor 7. Okay. And I guess you guys can take a look at this here. So, I could play, obviously, E minor scale. I could play, just my chord tones of that. And that's already sounding a lot more musical. So, root 9 or, 2, flat 3, 5, flat 7, 9, 11. That just sounds pretty to me. That invokes a lot of emotion. Turn it to a Dorian. All right. Now E Dorian sounds really nice over this. Okay. Now, we could also incorporate, other scales, right? We could do harmonic minor. I know you guys love harmonic minor, right? fine. Sure, you could do that. All right. We could do. Here a Joshi scale. Okay. Now, the next thing we'll talk about is melodic minor. That's the whole gist of this, right? So we talked about, minor. We talked about. Oh, I didn't talk about pentatonic yet. Let's talk about pentatonic. So we could do E minor pentatonic. And then I could do B minor pentatonic to outline some of the other intervals of the E minor pentatonic. So superimposition. Okay, the next we're going to outline, believe it or not, it's going to be kind of funny, we can outline E melodic minor. We already know that though, right? All right, oh, we're running out of time here. Let me go ahead and restart the track. Sorry, guys. We could also play C melodic minor, which would be like a mode over this. So we're, and then bounce back to E melodic minor. Okay, I could do E Aeolian flat 6. Right, that sounds kind of a little weird. We could do like, Mixolydian flat 6 on top of that as well. So Mixolydian flat 6 on top. That evokes a lot of tension on that one, so I use it just sparingly. My favorite, personally, is just sticking with that C melodic minor, E melodic minor movement, or like you could do an E. You could do like an altered sound, but it's better over an altered chord. This isn't altered, it's just minor 7. You'll see what I mean. It just sounds kind of okay. See, it just doesn't have the same sound over minor. Like, you can do it kind of, but it's not as nice as like playing over a diminished or half diminished, or like, an augmented or altered chord like a sharp 5 chord. Anyways, let's see here. Let me pause this for just a second. Okay, let me bring back my screen. We'll talk more about this in a second. I'm just getting started. Let's see. So Jeff says we determined I may be conversant in language of music, but oh, I see. Yeah, dude, we're all like that to some degree. Yeah, playing over one chord is a great way to start, dude. It really is. Hey, Mitch, what's going on, dude? Yeah, so, earlier when I started the stream, I was announcing that I'm going to start, well, actually, I shouldn't say I'm going to start. It's already uploaded now, but I started my GoFundMe. So I'm trying to get a new laptop and then some money for some physical CDs. I want to do like a batch order of 100 with booklets, a nice jewel case, print on the CD, like, professional quality stuff. If we reach the goal, all the donations, or the people that donate will get a, signed copy. People that donate like 50 or more get a, free lesson or so with me and some other rewards. And the people that donate more than that are going to get the free lesson, any lesson course on my website for free, the signed CD, and a bunch of other perks. So some incentives for people that, want to choose to support the channel. Like I was telling people earlier, my laptop's taking a crap on me. It's crashed like 5 or 4 times this week alone with the blue screen of death and other things. I touch the USB ports, it shuts off. I can't use it without being plugged into the wall or it shuts off. I got and that's just, like I said, a small amount of issues. I got a bunch of other issues. If I'm trying to edit, sometimes it freezes up and just shuts off. I have to do everything from scratch, do save states all the time. It's old, man. So anyways, that's what I was talking about. Hopefully a physical release and then a new laptop. so I can keep making content for you guys fluidly in doing this type of thing. This is so good. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that, man. There's a lot of outside sounds you can do, and that's just the beginning. We'll go into some more. Yeah, it really is a lifelong journey, man. It feels like it. It really feels like it. So again, if we incorporate some of these concepts, and I blend in now, let's say Dorian with some like triadic movement, with some superimposition with the pentatonic, and I'll walk you through this. So let's say I start off with pentatonic, superimposition B minor pentatonic over E minor. Really pretty. Listen to that. There's that Dorian note. Melodic minor. Makes a nice sound with that, right? And so it's going to be like wherever your heart wants to take you. That's how I look at it. I just want to feel it out and see, do I want to end here? Or do I want to? Do I want to do something like that? Do I want to do that? Do I want to, incorporate something down here? Incorporating that like B super Locrian, in this case, like the C melodic minor on top. I mean, so many things you can do, and it's the whole point of music, is to manipulate emotion. I hate to say that, but really, when you think about it, music in the grocery stores, music on the radio, music in movies, what is it there for? To elicit emotion. What does music do? It makes you feel things. When you feel things, you want to buy things, you want to do things, you want to go places, right? You want to dance at the bar, have a drink, you want to, cry in the movie because the Seabiscuit or whatever, Titanic. There's music's there to manipulate emotion and feeling, and if you can convey that emotion and feeling and cause that in other people, you're doing the right thing with the music. Then you're able to impact somebody. And I know it sounds very like it sounds kind of weird to say it like that, but it's what it is. Let's see. Do I plan to make CDs with Richard James? Richard James is in a song I just wrote, and it's going to be on that CD. The Reaper's Kiss one that I've been putting together. There's going to be a few songs, by the way, on the album that aren't going to be online. So, at least not at first. Like maybe for the first, 6 months of it being out, it's only going to be on the CD. So if people want early access to those songs, like those specific ones, you have to get the physical CD. And there's only going to be like a limited batch, maybe 100, maybe more, if I can afford it. I don't know, because to do the print with like the jewel cases, I don't want to do just a sleeve. I want to do like an actual case and the print and everything. Since I'm probably never going to do a physical CD again, I want it to be as professional as I can afford for the budget. But yeah, I'm glad you like that, Jeff. Appreciate that, dude. But yeah, this is just like improv lesson. I'm all about improv. I'm not great at it, but I love to write and just kind of play around with notes. When you add other chords into the situation, that's a problem, because then you're not always able to do things like, if you're playing E minor 7 to A7, can you play just regular E minor? No, you can't. I mean, you could, but it sounds clashing, because we have this A dominant 7 here. This note is going to clash. Okay, we need to play Dorian because of that natural 6 that's present over in our E minor scale is what I'm saying. So, right, so if we have this kind of progression, right, you'd have to do something like Dorian, or just minor pentatonic, or the minor pentatonic with superimposition, right? Stuff like that. Now, when I'm playing these voicings, I'm trying to think outside of my guitar brain, because as a guitar player, we want to do licks that are just like you know, just these are fine to do. And I like to do those too for just noodling around. But when you really want to play melodically and think outside the like standard guitar practice stuff we do, you have to think like, you know, like a different musician, because you want to think in terms of intervals. Like, how can I bounce between these? Even if you don't know your intervals that well, you can still do this. Anybody can do this. And here's how. When you're playing your pentatonic scale, don't just play it up and down anymore. Maybe jump between intervals. It means string cross. Or right, stuff like that. Playing up in fourths, fifths, or whatever. Maybe you cross bigger gaps, see if you can reach. See, that sounds way more interesting to me than doing just... And there's a time and place for that, and it could sound good still, but, you know, having... sounds way more melodic to me over these chords. Like, again, you know, if I play just pentatonic, that's fine for a starting place. But let's spice it up a little, you know? See what sounds nice to you and make some interesting type of voicings. I use this all the time when I'm writing music, because, you know, when I write music, I don't want to just play up and down like... That's cool. That's fine. In moderation. You don't want to do that non-stop, because then you guys aren't going to want to listen to the music, right? There's no song happening if it's just... That's fine, but save it for like only specific scenarios, like maybe you're ending a measure, starting a measure for like a split second. Go into something melodic from there. That's fine. And you'll notice that's what I do myself. If I'm playing something like, you know, this, if I'm starting here, maybe I switch key into something else from there. I like switching keys a lot too, but that's a different topic we'll get into in a minute. But yeah, so, you know, again, to recap here, play over one chord for now, see what cool melodic lines you can make, okay, by playing in different interval combinations, maybe up in fourths, down in fifths, or up in fifths, down in fourths, play up in thirds, string skip, you can play, you know, maybe G to E string, you know, string skipping, octaves, or you can play in between. Right, you could do that kind of thing. And you could also do, you know, these types of things here where you're playing up, right, big string gaps. Right. Okay, let's see here. The big toe cam, that's funny, man. Yeah, I have big feet, by the way, big feet. I think there's a joke with that, but I don't think it's true. Yeah, so this is my footstool, by the way, down here. If you guys wonder my foot's so high up, I use a classical footstool all the time when I'm playing. I like to be structured. So, you know, with this in mind, you know, when I'm playing, again, always thinking about different string spacing. Like, you know, don't want to jump from here, 3 frets, 4 frets. Don't just think generically. Think like, you know, a different type of musician. You got to put yourself outside the box a little. For listening purpose, if you listen to a lot of piano players, like, you know, sax players especially, they don't just go up and down like a scale, right? Like guitar players do. You always hear things going around a bit, and it's sporadically jumping. Let's see here. We got a question about the GoFundMe. Doroteo's asking, for the GoFundMe lesson packages, what's the cost and how long are the lessons and how many, boss man? So for the GoFundMe, if you do a $50 donation, you get the signed, you know, physical copy of the CD if we meet our goal, hopefully. If you don't, you still get the digital download for free, and among other things. You also get any lesson pack you want from my website for free. So, like, you know, if you want the legato course, or if you want my lesson course on theory or whatever, I'll give you that one for free if you do the next one up from there, which is the $100 donation. But for the $50 donation, you get the lesson, just one-on-one lesson. It's just a one lesson, and then the sorry, the CD. But since you already do lessons with me, and we're doing the other deal, you might be better off with the other route, just doing the 4-lesson bundle, because I offer that 4-lesson bundle pack for the $100. You might be better off doing that for what you like to do. But if you do want like the physical CD copy, donating will get you like a what's the word, like a guaranteed CD, because I can't guarantee if people don't donate, I can't guarantee if I'll have any left over, because I'm only gonna do like a 100 CD batch. I might be able to do more than that, like 140 if I have enough money, but they can be kind of pricey to make CDs, man. Like you're looking at 200 and up, which is kind of ridiculous. But that's if you want like the case to sit in and the little booklet pamphlet thing. So it'd be like a one-time thing. Hope that kind of answers that. Let's see here. Sorry, my screen's messing up on me. Okay, there we go. So when you're doing these melodic minor scale things in metal and rock, let's talk more about that now. And I'm going to use my own song as an example. So if we look at, for instance, and this is a song I've played recently for you guys. If we look at my Raven's Tower song, okay, there's a part in the song where you hear me kind of descend, and it goes into like this, like that. But I don't go into that full scale pattern. But instead I just play that until it goes into the next part, resolving on the chord. Or whatever, in the background. So that's something I personally would use it for, just to transition from one thing to another. Right, and I've done that a lot. Another example is, you might hear me walk up in a pattern, like a scale, and then descend in melodic minor in that position. If you're a visual learner, right, I think what we got here, right, just if you're just thinking about your shape, say shape 6 of 3-note per string scale, or minor shape 1, walk up to the next shape, and then we just descend, and that right there, which if you want to think of the scale shape here, this is like basically F mixolydian flat 6. Right, so starting here, I'm going to walk down into that like augmented triad, resolving on the A. So then I could do these movements where it's got a little bit of metal and rock influence in it, but it also works because I'm descending in that melodic minor for just a brief second, intervallically. See, I'm not playing like, this would be the full scale shape, which you can do, but if you play intervallically, it sounds more like intentional. Has a little more meat to it, in my opinion. So sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you guys. I was just getting sidetracked. See, no need for many options just makes it harder for you. I'm not having a hard time, though. I feel fine about it. Let's see. Does GoFundMe keep a big portion of the proceeds on the donation? No, luckily they don't. I was going to do like Kickstarter, but they're going to take more money. From my understanding, GoFundMe doesn't do as much of a deduction, so that's kind of nice. Hank Hill, that's beautiful. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Always love when Hank Hill pops in the chat. Love the name. GFM rate is reasonable. Yeah, they're pretty fair, I'd say, compared to most sites, luckily. But having said that, sorry guys, I don't mean to ramble at you. Questions about melodic minor so far? It's just, incorporating it. Anything you guys had questions about, and maybe you're playing that you might want to try spicing it up with. Because, my whole thing here is I love for people to use melodic minor more in regular music. Instead of just Phrygian dominant all the time, harmonic minor, which is a great scale too. I love harmonic minor, but you know, it's just everybody jumps to that scale. I feel like people would have a lot of fun if they could, you know, mess around with melodic minor a little bit and see what kind of neat things they can incorporate from it. So that's going to create a really, you know, nice sound. Obviously, it's a little bit of a dissonant chord because of that sharp 5, so it's altered. It's a little ugly, I guess, in some context. Now, another thing we can do is if we're playing like over a 2-5, you know, 6-1 type progression. So, or maybe let's say I do a 6, 2, 5, 1. Something like that, right? And actually, probably could just find a track like that. They probably had to have a basic one because that's not like super complicated. Where's it at here? 6, 1, 6, 2, 5. Let's see here. Yeah, if they have a track, it makes it a lot easier because we can just play along with that. Okay, this will work actually. Let me just skip ahead here because they have some other stuff going on in this backing track. Like some guy playing and probably doing like a lesson or something.
Critical data? No problem.
Commercials.
Sign up for a free trial.
Okay, so let's say we skip ahead here. Oh, this is really slow track. Wow, I didn't expect that. I mean, I guess it's fine. So, you know, over this context, when I'm playing over, you know, the C, I'm just playing like C major, okay? Or, you know. There's that C melodic minor. I could do, you know, the D harmonic minor over that A7 chord, which is like A Phrygian dominant, right? And that works fine. Right here again. Now we could also incorporate, you know, D melodic minor. F melodic minor can also incorporate onto that. So the main melodic minor points here, I would say C melodic minor, F melodic minor, D melodic minor. You can use any of those you want, or D harmonic minor. Preferably over the 1 chord or the 6 chord, so the C major 7 or the A dominant 7 chord. That's what my thought process is when I'm playing through that. So again, you know, major scale. That F melodic minor to C major, D harmonic minor, there's that intervallic movement again, so I'm just kind of skipping between instead of playing scalular. Think more like arpeggio bass. Right? That's gonna give you way more of a like defined sound, in my opinion. Instead of just playing like, you know, which is fine for just, you know, memorizing scales. You want to break out the box of that. So the whole point here is, learn your scales really well, and learn not just the scale in one position, but in all the positions. Okay, that's number 2. 3, learn the intervals of those scales and where they fall in each position. That's important. And then 4, learn what works over what chords and how you can play intervallically instead of playing just scalar, right? So like I said, playing bigger distances, like over here I was trying to do this. I kind of messed up my fingering, but okay. Or if I'm walking up, instead of just walking up scale wise, if you want to make a cool scale run, you could do something like still playing in triadic kind of movements. So again, is that melodic minor type thing. So I don't know if you guys can see a better view of it from here or not, from what I'm doing. But let's do a little more improv, and let's just work our way around here. A little bit of a missed note there on my part, so some sloppy playing. Like I said, I haven't warmed up today at all, so my hands are kind of like crappy, but take away the theory, if anything, not necessarily the my picking technique today. Like I said, my picking's kind of sucky, so just ignore that. But take more of the theory side of it. Like, okay, he's moving around in these ways. How can we benefit from doing this? Now, my music, I incorporate jazz elements all the time, and you guys know that if you listen to my music. Example, my last song, the one I just uploaded, for my review video this week for this guitar, by the way, this Enya guitar, right? It's very jazzy in nature because the whole chord progression, goes from like this whole like major, minor 7 to major 7 movement. It's like. Constantly modulating, right? So B minor 11, B flat major 7, A minor 11, E flat major 7. So, and in that you hear me do this in the beginning over this. I'm just kind of outlining this D major 7, right? Which ends up being like a B minor 7 arpeggio. Then I'm landing there, okay, on top of that. When I switch down to my B flat major 7, okay. So again, then I walk up this B flat major 7 arpeggio. Then it switches again once it goes to that A minor 11. I'm walking down intervallically again. Right. So the whole time I'm playing over these chords, it's a lot of jazz type thinking, but metal too, because I'm using a lot of distortion on the actual recording, like you guys heard me do, and not a lot of distortion. I don't want to say that, but a good amount of distortion. So it's kind of beefy sounding, and I'm adding my my speed picking lines which I forget where I play it now. It's like over here. Right, I'm playing it down there. So yeah, it's some interesting stuff, at least for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this random topic point here. It's just one topic I had in mind. We'll talk about some other stuff here. So that's melodic minor and how I like to use it and incorporate it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them my way. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that. Yeah. So let me know where you guys are at. Let me know how your Friday's going, or if you're jamming out and you have a question about something, shoot it my way before I switch to a different topic. We'll go into something a little different here in a little bit. Similar, though. Similar. I mean, maybe not melodic minor, but we'll talk about some bebop ideas and all that good stuff. Cool, cool. So go ahead and just hang out with me for a second. I'm going to drink some water. I'm afraid you lost all but me, man. Yeah. It's all right, Jeff. It's all right. Hey, you're good, man. You're good. It says 11 people watching, but I don't see anybody saying anything, so I don't know. Hey, what's going on? TIABF. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, if you guys got any questions about anything, or if you have any thoughts on anything, just shoot it my way. We'll chit-chat some music stuff, or if you got any questions about anything else, be sure to let me know. We're just talking some boring music theory stuff. Oh, hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Heck yeah, man. I love that. Thanks for joining. To the primal force of the universe. Or ADD. Is this, I feel like I go into the ADE a lot, so that's probably part of the reason. Oh, cool. Tyler's here. You're listening and playing guitar. Ooh, cool, man. Cool. Are you jamming some jazz stuff with me? Are you doing this melodic minor jamming? Am I playing through? So, I'm running into my Nux multi-effect pedal. I have a video I'm going to make on it pretty soon, but it's the Nux, which model is this? Give me a sec. The 101 MG model. I always forget the name, but yeah, the 101 MG, or Nu-X, sorry, not Nux, Nu-X. Nu-X. I always say that wrong. I'm super blind, guys, so I just see it and I combine it together. But yeah, Nu and then Arrow X. Nu-X, I guess. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So, let's talk about some bebop-y kind of ideas and using chromaticism in our playing. Let me just go ahead and show you what I have here. So let's say we want to do some bebop-y kind of line, right? And let's say we want to do it, I don't know, what key do I want to play this in? Let's say we want to do it like in B minor. We were talking about B minor a minute ago. Let's just say we're modulating B minor, okay? So, I could definitely walk up in like, pentatonic. So, let's say I want to start off with something really simple. Right? It's just like your blues scale, essentially. Now the B string, we're going to add a little chromaticism. So, 7 10, 9, 8, 7. Back down my blues scale. I'm going to add this. Right, I'm switching now into like a full scale type pattern. This is like outlining B harmonic minor. Chromatic. So if I do this, just normal speed. Right, that kind of thing so far. I could do something like that, or I could walk up. You can kind of do some chromatic kind of movements like that. There's all kinds of different things you can do. You sound very clean. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, this is a neat effect. This is like a, I don't know, it's like a nice clean channel on my Nu-X, but I'm using the reverb from the guitar. The guitar has effects built into it, so this is like the reverb built in. That's why that cool echo is. Anyway, sorry. So if I'm playing from here, right? Or sorry. And then just kind of walking down or whatever, noodling. That's just one example. I could do another example, or maybe if I'm walking up over, oh, I don't know. Let's say I'm doing like A minor. If I switch to there, A minor 11. There's that like, I'm kind of outlining melodic minor there a little bit. And I could easily do melodic minor from here. You could do that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go into my just beboppity kind of like, or enclosure type triadic movement. Okay, that kind of thing. So if I walk up again, sorry, I got a little ADD there, but yeah, if you're doing like chord movements, so starting off with that though, or I can go, or sorry. I could do something like that even, where I'm just outlining like F major 7 arpeggio. Maybe I got an idea. What if I do this though? So that is walking up like 5, 6, 7, 5, outlining like an arpeggio, right? You could do the same thing an octave higher, but flatten this note to create a melodic minor sound. E minor triad, sorry for the out of tune guitar. Is that coming down? Okay, that's landing on the B note there, so that's kind of fun. Then walking down here chromatically from the A string, F major 7, descend. And that's like walking down C major 7, right, from there. Once I have that, up in melodic minor again, and then I can play these little, chord voicings. And yada yada. There's just a lot of fun things you can do with that. I hope this doesn't bore everyone. Probably will. Everybody's asleep probably. I'm getting some brain fevers. Oh man, that's funny. I'm always working on playing bebop style lines. Ooh, I'm glad, man. We have another bebop fan here. I'm not great at bebop. I'm a little slow with it, but doing those little like lines is probably as fast as I would probably go with it. Right, that kind of thing. A little sloppy, sorry. That's like a... Wait. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's see. Let's do some lively stuff. That's funny, man. I'm all for a Sean Lane shred. Oh my goodness. Sean Lane, I wish I was Sean Lane. That guy's an amazing guitar player, by the way. Absolutely amazing. Let's see. If you want to hear some shreddy shreds, we'll do some shreds. But let me get my settings up here, because I haven't played on my distortion today. Yeah, this guitar, man, it screams. It's got... It's like, I don't know, it's so easy to shred on this guitar. It just feels so smooth, man. And, oh, I forgot I had this neck thing here, too. I put this up just a bit for a little less sound. Let me put my double cameras on for you guys. All right, here we go. Let's see. It's, you said Sean Lane shred. I wish. Or maybe like a neck pickup. Oh, I know, isn't he? That's so true. You ever try or heard of Derry Is that Gable? I'm kind of blind. Oh yeah, Gable. I have not heard of him actually. Is he a jazz guy or a fusion guy? Let's put the note in here so I can check him out later. Let me see. Okay. So I wrote that down in here. Sweet. But yeah, I'm out to check it out. I don't know who that is. He's probably a pretty killer player, I'd assume. Let's do some kind of fusion-y jam, I guess, or fusion rock style jam. All right, let's try this one out, guys. Let's try this one out. I told you guys I have a dinosaur computer, man.
Starting today,
yeah, Windows.
anyone can
It's supposed to be a
monetize
Win
with
7.
ads
I can barely
as part
run
of the
Windows
all-new Beehive ad
10.
network.
It took a lot of work to do
Thousands
that, by the way.
already monetized, and it's about to get.
Took a lot of work on that. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Sorry, pause this. That was a kind of interesting track there. It's kind of got a cool groove to it. I kind of butchered it, but He was my guitar player, very incredible. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I don't know all the guitar players in the world, unfortunately. Not yet. I need to. There's so many out there, man, for the jazz fusion stuff, and I still don't know a lot of the guys. I need to, though. He's a fusion player in the style of Alan Holdsworth. Oh, geez, man. So he's got that crazy, like, Alan Holdsworth stuff going on. That stuff's so, like, esoteric and wild to watch, man. It's way over my pay grade. Way beyond me. I can't do Alan Holdsworth stuff. But it's fun to listen to. All right, let's see backing tracks here. Nice. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Heck yeah. All right. Funk fusion vamp, or do I want classic rock vamp? I don't know. There's so many varieties here. I just don't know. Let's just type in guitar backing tracks and just see what pops up, I guess. I'll just go with that. What do we got here? Healing Mellow Groove in G. No, I think I did that before and I wasn't a big fan. Lost Love, Ballet Guitar Track in C Sharp Minor. Okay, whatever that means. Let's try it out and see what we got here.
Need a confidence boost when filing your own taxes?
Man, commercials.
Add a tax pro review when you file online with H&R Block. A tax pro will ensure you the best possible outcome and then file your return for you. Tax pro review. It's
Let's
the
see
convenience
here.
of home
And a
the
noted guitar
confidence of a pro.
instructor. You joined with Dweezil Zappa years ago and did some instructional stuff at Dweezil Guitars Camp. He also played George Lynch's first solo CD. That's pretty cool, man. Heck yeah. I don't listen to Dweezil Zappa, but that's pretty sweet, man. I know who Frank Zappa is, but I can't like name it. Oh, this is a cool track, I guess. It's got like an 80s kind of vibe. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let me put a little effect on my guitar to make it more 80s. Kind of cool. So a lot of flubs in there, but it's okay. They can't all be perfect winners. They can't all be perfect winners. All right, let me see here. Frank Gambale and Aldi Miola. Yeah, I agree with you, dude. They're absolutely amazing, amazing players. Let's see, a master of legato and Holdsworthian chords, master of all modern techniques. Heck yeah, man, killer. You know, another really great player is that, what's his name? I always say his name wrong. Matteo Mancuso, is that how you say his name? I think Matteo Mancuso. Guy's an amazing player, man. And he plays just his fingers, too. He doesn't even use a pick, which is bonkers. And he does the most off-the-wall fusion stuff I've ever heard. He's definitely up there as one of my favorite, just upcoming guitar players. I think he's definitely in the, top. Guthrie Govan, obviously, is amazing. Guthrie Govan goes up in there, but, I mean, I know he's getting kind of out, older, you know, and he's getting a little bit more, I don't want to say retired, because he still plays a lot, but you know what I'm trying to say. He's not as young as he once was. Greg Howe still amazing, but again, you know, I know he's not as young as he once was. Tom Quayle, amazing player. Max Ostro, amazing fusion guitar player. Rick Graham's amazing, but I don't see him post a lot, just certain licks once in a while. I wish he did more with music, because I love to hear him playing songs. The guy's just so good. Same thing with Tom Quayle. I mean, at least Tom Quayle has some jams and stuff that he's done, so that's kind of fun. But I would totally buy a Tom Quayle album, not just the Alba Triangle, but just the Tom Quayle CD. Oh, I mean at that. Sorry, I had my my table on accident. I was like, whoops. But yeah, if Tom Quayle had an album that's just all instrumental rock stuff, I'd totally buy that, or fusion stuff. The guy's an amazing musician. Okay, let's see here. I'll move that over to the side. But cool, did some jamming. I don't know what you guys think of that so far. Let me know. Hopefully it's entertaining for you guys. We'll do some more jamming here pretty soon. I'm just kind of hanging out with you guys and BSing a little bit, as they call it. Got any music questions or guitar questions? I'll try my best. Mitch, hey, what's up, dude? You're back. What did you miss? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. When did you take off? It's a good question. I don't even know if I knew what I missed, to be honest with you. I'm so out of it half the time with everything around here. Mancuso is a beast. Yeah, he really is, man. He's a wild, wild animal of guitar. That's absolutely insane. Hey, now, what's up, 2 Yards? Good to see you, my friend. Did you get a new PC? Not yet, Mitch. I'm doing a GoFundMe, though. I have a GoFundMe going on right now if you want to donate. It's for a new laptop and also for CD production. So if you guys want physical copies of my next album coming up, which is Reaper's Kiss, that's going to be my 5th album, or is it well, yeah, it's kind of like my 5th album. I don't count my first album too much, so technically it'd be my 4th, but if you want to count all my albums, my 5th album coming out. And my first ever physical release, and you guys want a case and professional works and everything signed and all that, you get that. But it's going to be, mainly for the laptop. The CDs will be 100, 150 batch maybe at most. We'll see what I can afford with the budget I have. But hopefully it works out. We can get some physical CDs and, like I said, get a new laptop, because this thing's seen better days, as Mitch knows. This computer has seen better days. It's been crashing a lot more. It's got a lot more issues. I've had to do 2 different, what's it called? Save state, not save state, where you can go back in time to the computer. I had to do that a couple times. Once it didn't even turn on at all, so I'm having a lot of issues. And last week during the stream, it went to blue screen of death. It had 2 other times happen. So it's been getting consistently worse over time. It's been a pain in the butt. But it is what it is. Let's see, clutch this. I'm just pulling a guitar apart. Oh, man. Nice, man. That sounds pretty rough and brutal. What specs are you shooting for on the new laptop? Good question, Mitch. So I've just been doing some research at the chat bot, because I don't really know a lot about computers. But it's told me anywhere between $900 to $1,200. I can find maybe a type of Asus, or there's a few other ones that told me that had some pretty good specs for heavy loads, doing intense video editing and live streaming, music production, that kind of thing. I mean, obviously, i7 I think is preferred, right? A gaming laptop would probably be ideal to handle all that, because I edit pretty heavy videos, right? Sometimes they're not 4K. I could do 4K, but my computer can't handle 4K. It shuts off if I put 4K videos on here. It won't handle it. I could do 1080, 60 frames, but even that gets kind of messed up. Let's see here. Guitar visionary Chuck Schuldiner from Death was incorporating jazz fusion to death metal. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's a great point you made, Doroteo. Yeah, he's an amazing guitar player, or was an amazing guitar player, I should say. He was one of the few people that has yeah, like you said, used jazz and fusion stuff in death metal and rock scene. More people need to do that, man. I really love jazz, and I think it should be incorporated in metal stuff. Let's see. Daryl used to do stuff for Mike Varney. I don't know who Mike Varney is, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. I'm 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 a I'm not a I don't know all the names, unfortunately. I need to. Don't get an HP. All right. Good warning. Thank you, Clutch. I won't get an HP. I'll avoid that. Can it be upgraded? I mean, it's 50-50. My wife works at Staples, and the tech over there said that I might have like a motherboard malfunction from what he looked at it. He just recommended getting a whole new PC. He said it just wasn't worth fixing. But like, I don't know, like I'm not a tech guy. And a few other people I've talked to in lessons that are tech people have told me, like here on the channel, that like my motherboard could be kind of messed up and I might have some other issues. Another guy told me that it's on its last leg and I should just be like, you know, aware that it might not work at a certain point. That kind of scared me, and I'm like, what? So if you see Lester disappear and there's no videos coming up for a little while, you'll know what happened. You know, I'll just be posting videos on my phone, like, hey guys, yeah. Okay, Mitch says Gen i7 Gen 14, and if you can swing it, 32 gigs of RAM has the new Core CPU. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna screenshot that comment, Mitch. Let me use my snipping tool because I'm gonna keep that in mind here. So I appreciate you telling me that, because like I said, when I do have to do this, I'm gonna do it right and make sure we don't have this issue again. Okay, there we go. Save, and then let's put that as like CPU or computer tip. Computer tip, I'll put it on there. Save it as. Cool, thanks Mitch. Appreciate that, my dude. Put that back down, sorry. But yeah, that's the whole thing we're doing. And like I said, this will be the first physical copy of a CD I've ever made in my life. Might be the only one. I don't know how many people would be interested in it. I have had a few people hit me up in the past, you know, regarding physical copies, and I never thought it was worthwhile. I just always thought, like, I don't know if anybody really cares for that. But surprisingly, a lot of people have been asking about it. Because I mainly sell digital albums, but yeah, people have been like, oh, where's like your, you know, where's your physical copies? Like, well, I don't have any yet. So yeah, that'll be the secondary thing inside that. So that's why I have the price set the way I do. It's like to cover just the, you know, laptop and then CD production fee. If people do donate, you know, if you guys missed this earlier, you'll get a lesson with me, right? And then if you donate a higher amount, you can get a lesson with me and a free lesson package of your choice from my website. And if you donate more than that, I can hook you up with some more stuff. But all the people that donate are going to get a free CD while the supplies will last, right? Because, like I said, I'm going to aim to do like 100 to 160 probably CDs. So if it goes past that for like donations, then we're going to run out of CDs. I won't have any to give anyone. But hopefully it doesn't exceed that. I think 160 is pretty good. I don't think most people are going to, I don't think I'm going to have 160 donations, right? That's not going to be a thing, but you just never know. See, check out Death albums. Symbolic Sound of Perseverance, Spiritual Healing, or Monster albums. Each album you can hear Chuck Schuldiner musical progression. Yeah, I have heard. You are right. Those are some great albums, man. Absolutely great albums. It's really good stuff, man. It's pushing the boundaries musically, because it's like, you know, a little out there, but still really, really good and like wholesome, right, to listen to. So I definitely agree with you, Dorotio. Okay, let's see here. He's the guy who discovered Malmsteen, Paul Gilbert, Greg Howe, Tony McAlpine, Vinnie Moore. Oh, I love Vinnie Moore. And I love Greg Howe. Those are like some of my favorites. Tony McAlpine also. I always say his name wrong. Is it McAlpine or McAlpine? No, McAlpine. I screw up these guys' last names all the time. Anyways, I'll just say Tony. I love Tony, Greg Howe, and Vinnie Moore a lot, man. If I could afford it, I would just buy you the laptop and trade you out in lessons. Well, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. That's a very generous thought. Even if it's just a thought, it's a thought that counts, man. I appreciate it. Hey, I just appreciate you being my student, man, and all the people here on my channel that take lessons with me monthly. Just, you know, I appreciate you guys, man. I love being a teacher. That's what I am more than anything. Like, you know, I love to write music. I'm a composer, I guess, but I love to teach, you know, more than anything. So thank you guys for that. Also, at AMD with CPU, and again, if you can afford it. Okay, let me go ahead and take another screenshot of that too. Sorry, give me just a second here. Down. Okay, there we go. Save that. Killer. Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate that, man. You have hard copies of your music. Nice, dude. Appreciate you sharing that. That's killer. Yeah, dude, if you got like a CD or something of your stuff or whatever, I'll check it out, man. I always like supporting people's music. So if you guys have a CD and you know, have some songs, I'd love to buy it. I have Richard's albums. I have my friend Necessary Evil's albums. I have my friend Bruno's albums. Just whoever. I'm totally into it. You made the video. It's posting. I tagged you in it. Oh, for the chords I showed you earlier? Cool, dude. Thanks for that. Yeah, appreciate you, you know, tagging me in it. I hope it's helpful for you, and I hope it kind of gives you some, you know, guidance. Also, people have been asking me about the Fesley thing. Like, I did that lesson course with Fesley. I put 10 videos together. It was like hours of free lesson footage for beginners. They never posted it. I don't know where it is. I don't know if they're even going to use it now. Maybe they found somebody else to use it, and maybe they found somebody else to make a better one. I don't know. I tried reaching out to Fesley. They didn't get back to me, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're still releasing their lesson course thing or if that fell through. I still have the videos on my channel set to private, so I don't know if they're not going to use them, I'll still use them. But like, I don't know how they feel about that because their name's in there. So I don't know. I have to go through this whole process now. I hope they get back to me because I like to see them being used. I put a lot of work in, like hours of work, man. Like it was a lot of drama to edit those. Anyways, let's see here. Anyone would be better off with you for lessons than any School of Rock or GC instructor? Well, thanks a lot, dude. I sure appreciate that. Appreciate the support, Tyler. That means a lot coming from you, dude. You're a great guitar player yourself, especially for being only 13, man. You're a legend already. If you guys haven't checked out Tyler's channel, you guys got to go check out Tyler, man. He's just brilliant musician. Brilliant musician. Let's see here. Chuck Schuldiner, last bound with progressive death metal twist sound, unique vocals too. Definitely a must hear. That's killer, man. I'll have to check that one out. I'm not sure if I've listened to that one. You might have caught me there. So I will give that one a listen, my friend. Okay, let's see here. Fun fact, these are 708. My name is on purpose because late 2007, early 2008, it was when I got interested in guitar. Oh, cool, man. That's really neat, actually. That makes it more like I don't know. It's like, it's a good vibe, man. It's a good vibe when you do something like that, right? Of course, dude, you earned it. You put the work in, man. You really freaking kill it, man. If you guys haven't heard Tyler's new part in my new song, right, Moonlit Cathedral, that's in my latest review video, you guys got to go check it out, man. Tyler does this crazy, like, what do you call it, Tyler? It's like the thumping thing. Is that even the right thing? And you're doing like some wacky, like Tim Henson stuff. It's like Polyphia stuff. That's all I can say. It's like a Polyphia thing he added, and it just sounds sick. You know, and originally I didn't expect to have an outro, and Tyler hit me up, and they're like, hey, is it cool if I had an outro? There's a cool outro I want to do. I was like, yeah, go for it. Like, that's cool. And then when they sent it to me, I was just like laughing. I was like, what the hell? Like, that's crazy. It just blew my mind, man. Like, it's weird to see, like, you know, I say this in a good way, Tyler, but it's weird to see a 13-year-old just rip like a crazy Polyphia style riff, like, off the cuff like you do. It's just super cool, dude. Super cool. Let's see. You're one of the best yet most humble guitarists I've seen. Well, geez, that's very nice of you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you saying that. I don't know. I feel like, you know, there's a lot of people that are a lot better than me. So I guess that's why I feel like, you know, I don't brag a lot, you know. I know my place in the food chain. I play okay. I'm not going to lie. Like, I know I can play okay. I can do okay. But in certain environments, I would be like the small fry, you know, or the odd nail out, right? Tall nail gets hammered. Because there's some people that are just really, really good. They take it to the whole next level beyond what I do. Let's see here. Let me see. You have about 3 official projects in the can. Oh, heck, man. That's still pretty cool. 3 official projects is a lot. Can't talk today. Projects. The Korean thing I've been learning has screwed up my vocabulary. I apologize, guys. I'm mispronouncing all my words today. I must sound like an idiot. Thank you. No problem, man. No problem. are 1,000,000 times better than you think. It's really crazy. Well, thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. It's very nice, and I do value that statement. That means a lot to me. So thank you for that. What is this here? The new song, y'all three dudes absolutely kill it. Bad to the bone. Thanks, Dorotio. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, man. Heck yeah, it was a cool tune seeing Rick, rip a cool solo with the whammy bar and everything. And then, like I said, Tyler doing his crazy Polyphia stuff, and then I added some little, rock fusion kind of stuff. It just all blended so nicely together. And I really love it when I can have musicians collab with me, because I'm just one guy, and sure, I could write a whole song by myself, but it's not fun. And, other people can add different perspectives and different vibes, and it's just so cool to see what other people put to the music, right? It's posted. Check it out. Okay, I will. I'll go check it out. I can't do it now because I'm in the middle of a stream, but maybe later on I'll give it a check. If you're in funk music, if you're into funk, yeah, I love funk, dude. If you have some funk stuff, send me some links, dude. I will check out your stuff. I love funk, man. I'm not the greatest funk player, but I love listening to funk. It's definitely my vibe. See, Daryl Gable is like that, very humble. It's always better to be humble, man. Life's so short, and I don't know. It's just there's no reason to be living off ego, There's really no point in it. Love your solo at the end. I may have to learn that. You could totally learn it, dude. I think you probably do it in like 5 minutes. You could probably figure out my solo. Quickly put that song together. Thanks, man. Yeah, I speedrun a lot of my music. Not like I want to do it on purpose. It's not like I'm not over here like, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw these songs together in like 2 days and I'm gonna like, be cool. Like, it's more like, I have like a deadline and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta upload this video, and I waited too long. Oh no, I have like 3 days left. Oh god. Oh man, I gotta write something. Oh no. And I just sit there for like a few hours and I'm like, okay, okay, that's not working. I'll sit there, okay, that's the riff. Write the riffs. Done. Okay, make some leads. No, it's not working. 2 hours pass. Oh no, I still can't think of anything. Okay, and then finally it hits me. Oh, okay, that sounds kind of good. Let's add that. Oh yeah, okay, this will be good. Boom, done. But like it takes, like I'm grinding most of the day every day between lessons, and I'm like, oh crap. I'm kind of stressing out. I'm like, I got like 3 days to upload that. So yeah, it's a little much. Let's see here. I have a guy who makes my hand copies with the CD covers. Ooh, that's awesome, man. It's probably better, right? Like having a guy to help you, because he probably save a little money, I'd hope. Especially with the CD covers too. Lester Mitchell Guitar University. That's funny. It sounds like an ad. I can see an advertisement on your next YouTube video. Lester Mitchell University. The solo for that, by the way, I was talking about this earlier, and just to kind of go off the cuff here. So, I did this like D major 7. Well, it ends up being a B minor, because it's over at B minor, so it ends up being a B minor 7 arpeggio. Sorry. That's better. Outlining that minor 7 still, and then I'm playing that right on top of my my B flat major 7. Okay. And then from there you can see I do this other B flat major 7 arpeggio. Right. From there I descend down. Right, that's over the A minor chord. And I do this cool tapping line. I played this before in a different song, so I ripped myself off, but sorry. This is in a Johnny Blaze video, by the way, Tyler. But I was like, I'll play it slow for you. But anyways, that lick, you're just tapping, like... Then it switches key. I'm kind of outlining like an E minor 7 arpeggio. So there's a lot of cool stuff in that solo I liked. It's just like playing over the chord changes more than anything, because the chord changes is just going. And then, you know, that's just kind of outlining those minor 7 to major 7 arpeggios, going half step down key modulation. Anyways, that's a fun solo. That was pretty neat to make. It's kind of similar to like jazzy vibe is the Chimera song, because in Chimera I did the sorry, and switching key. Switching to major 7 again. This is like a. We got that thing. Which is kind of a cool part, I guess. I like that part. It's just kind of outlining. Anyways, sorry about that. I got kind of ADD. And by the way, I do have a secondary camera, just so you guys know what I'm doing here. I have this camera, which looks a little weird, so you can see me playing a little differently. So, going back to what I was doing before with the, what was I talking about? Sorry. Oh, yeah, the arpeggio thing. So, in the other song, the Moonlit Cathedral. Then a little sloppy, dang. Supposed to be like that, but oh well, whatever. And yeah, that's all I had to say about that. Sorry. I was like, wait a minute, what was I talking about? But by the way, I'm really enjoying this POV camera here, right? You can see my head. That's weird. I can see me in like 2 angles. I'm like balding on the top almost from that view. Anyways. Yeah, it's kind of weird to see 2 views here. That is a little strange. All right, enough of that double view for now. Unless you guys have a question about something, I'll put it back to standard. But yeah, it's just a click away if you ever want me to do that. Okay, cool. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day out there. We'll do some noodling here in a minute over a backing track, because I know you guys like hearing the backing tracks. What does a Midnight Blues backing track sound like? I kind of feel a little curious about that.
Last year, I made
commercials? Why commercials, man?
A friend recommended.
Okay. Okay, we're going to get some blues going on, guys. Cool. That was a nice little blues jam, I guess. Well, it's supposed to be blues, but I kind of got carried away and went and playing some random stuff, man. I don't know. All right, what do we got here? Hey, what's up, Skitty? Good to see you, man. Always a good feeling when you have a chance to watch Lester do a stream. Well, I'm glad, man. I'm glad it's a positive vibe, not a negative one. Heck yeah. That's what we're all about. Let's do some more jams. You guys got any questions about anything musically? Shoot it my way, man. I'll give you my best information I can. If I can't give you some information, I'll find a place you can find it, okay? You got some questions about technique or something that you like me, doing on my guitar? I'll show it to you. So let me know what you guys got going on. And let's see here. If you have any suggestions for backing tracks, I'm also open to that as well. I'm just going to click on random ones in the meantime. Unless you guys have something for me, then, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, where are we at here? Smooth Neo Groove, G minor. I'm just looking at random stuff here, but like I said, I'm open to whatever. If I ignore your comment, I'm just scrolling through these backing tracks real quick. You got to see what I'm looking at. What is D minor City Blues? Let's see, do you practice to a metronome? I sure do. Love metronomes. Me and the metronome have a love-hate relationship. Sometimes it works really well for me, and sometimes I don't work very well for it. But yeah, I do use a metronome.
Designed for entrepreneurs. By...
All right, let's see here. How about a backing track of C major? We could do that next. Heck yeah. And then Greg House style backing track. All right, let's go ahead and pause this one. You said Scott wants to hear a C major backing track, and then we'll do a Greg House style one for you. So C major. Is there a certain music style you want, Skitty? You want like pop, rock, metal? What do you want? That way, because it's gonna pull up like a million things for C major. It's gonna be like pop. There's gonna be rock. There's gonna be like punk, metal, blues, acoustic rock, ballad, techno, dance music. It's gonna be like a bunch of stuff. R&B, country music. Let's check out how you do with improvising thrash metal. Okay. And you want C major for that? C major thrash metal? Like A minor? That's probably what's going to pop up. Or thrash metal and C Phrygian dominant. That might work pretty well for you if you like that. Groove. Oh, they actually have... Oh, they have groove metal. I don't know what groove metal is. In C major. That's interesting. Since you wanted C major and you wanted thrash metal, this might be the closest thing. Might sleep. Cheers. No worries, dude. Thanks for coming by. It says it's in C major, but it feels weird playing C major over that. It just sounds kind of like, eh. Sounds better if I use just D minor. I don't know. It sounds like, it says it's C major, but it sounds like D minor to me. Okay, let's see. C major wasn't the right call. Hey, nothing wrong with that, dude. I like it. I like the switch up. All right, now he wanted to hear Greg Howe style backing track. I will try my best. I'm no Greg Howe, but I can try. So that's all I can tell you. Don't expect anything too fancy. Okay, C minor. Okay, I like C minor. That's a good key. I was kind of winging some random stuff there. Let's see, I'll pause that for a minute, sorry. Let's see, pretty good there. I would have been struggling with it. Thanks, man, appreciate that. I was struggling too. The timing's like, I want to overplay and then I screw up my own timing. It's like, I need to slow down and find the groove and then just kind of like, remember, I don't have to shred. But then like, for some reason, I feel like the music makes me want to like, play fast and like rush, but then I'm like rushing too quick and then I go out of time. So it kind of sucks on my part, but oh well, learning experience. Let's see, this is a good one too. I like doing this one. It's just kind of similar. It's like the same track almost. This Larry Carlton one.
Transform your new
commercials
into its very own
Why?
mobile app.
But you'll
And
notice I
allow
use a
your
lot of the
readers
same
to
licks
install
over
it
these types of tracks. So I'm gonna try my best not to play super fast, like right away. try a different riff. Sloppy. So I'm gonna do this little that's what it was. Running out of frets there. Oh well. Maybe like if Malmsteen added his portion in there, I guess that'd be a Malmsteen thing, right? Some nonsense shredding. A lot of mistakes, a lot of flubs, but oh well. A lot of random noodling in there. Greg is very groove-oriented. Oh yeah, definitely, man. He's an amazing musician. A great jazz player. Like, I've seen him playing just some crazy off-the-wall jabs, like riffs and like licks in between his riffs, and he's just freaking bonkers, man. The guy is just amazing. Especially like how he structures things. It's really crazy. All right, so hopefully that was interesting for you guys. I'm just kind of screwing around. I've been enjoying your live, trying to pick up some tips. Oh, cool, man. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be here probably another hour or so. I have a lesson with a dude in China, and it's like 12 o'clock his time. It'll be 8 my time, so I'll be here about one more hour. I don't know how many tips I could really give. I'm not like I said, I'm an okay player. There's a lot of things I suck at, so take you know, my advice with a pinch of salt. Some things I'm still working on, and you know, if you're doing more advanced stuff, you'll notice my technique's a little sloppy. You know, it's a little sloppy right now. When I'm playing my own music or when I have like a pre-written solo, that's my best work. Like improv, I need to work with because I'm not the best at improv. I can wing improv and I can do okay, but it's nowhere near like as good as my compositional ability. Like, not to toot my own horn, but you know, I'm definitely way more of a composer than I am an improviser. Like just playing on the spot, I can kind of wing, but it's always going to sound a little flubbed. My original music always sounds like way way tighter in my, because I have time to premeditate what I want to play, right? Like I have the control over that. But anyways, let's see here. Another guy to check out is Al Joseph. He's a beast too. Oh man. Okay, Al Joseph. I'll have to remember that guy also. Let me see here. Type that in. Al Joseph. That way I have that name also. So I'll forget if I don't write things down. I got ADD. But that's killer, man. Do you like Shai Chen, by the way? I'm not sure what part of the world you're in, so I was wondering if you're like anywhere near Israel or any of those places, because Shai Chen is, I think he's Israeli. Yeah, I think he's in Israel, or is he in Iran? I think he's in Israel though. I want to say. I took lessons with him, and he's a pretty good guy. I only did a few because I'm still working on the material he gave me. He primed me really good. The guy's like way above me music theory wise, and got melted my brain taking a lesson with him. But really cool dude. Another really good guy if you like technique though, like if you like picking and stuff. If you like straight picking, like alternate picking, Gus Drax, Drax, amazing alternate picker. I took lessons with him also, and that guy is really like above my pay grade picking wise. He can straight up outshred me, like 200 beats per minute, like 16 note triplets. He can nail like perfectly in time every time, and he does like these neoclassical things that are just bonkers. Great alternate picker. I do more economy picking than alternate picking these days, so my alternate picking is a little sloppy, but it goes to the territory. You focus more on one thing, you kind of get sloppy at another, and you know how it goes. Well, especially with my limited time, because I mainly teach. I'm mainly a teacher, and mainly you and YouTube and composing stuff. So it's not like I have a lot of time to work on like a specific technique. Sometimes my structure is like, I'll wake up, do my lessons, try to edit in between, maybe get a little playing in for myself if I'm lucky for like a tune or something, and that's it. So the live stream is pretty much my like one day I can do like multiple hours of just jamming whatever I want to do. It's like the one day of the week I actually get to jam stuff when I'm not writing music, of course. So yeah, that's why I get a lot of flubs, a lot of flubbies. But cool. Let's see, save that file, exit out of that program. Okay, so yeah, hope you guys are all having a good Friday out there. Thank you so much for joining me in this live stream. I'll be here probably another hour or so. I am rocking my merch. If you guys like merch, I got merch for sale on my Fourth Wall website. I got it priced pretty low. The website makes you charge a certain amount, so I have some guy complaining about like the prices and the merch, but like I'm not really in control of it as much. Like you can lower it down, but you can't lower it too much, otherwise it won't let you, which is stupid. Yeah, it's such a pain. But anyways, yeah, so merch for sale. My previous albums are digital downloads. Those are available, and those are pretty inexpensive. Or you can just listen to them for free on Spotify or YouTube or anywhere else, or my channel here, for free, no cost, right? You don't have to pay to listen to music. But, of course, if you want to support the artist, myself, you can. Not that you have to, but you can. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for asking me some cool stuff and telling me some interesting things so far. It's been very enlightening. I'll be here a little bit longer. Let me know what you guys got going on. I'm going to look for some backing tracks in the meantime, I guess. And let's do some more jamming. Maybe I'll do like a bluesy type thing. Let's see here. Let's do some blues, guys. Let's do some blues. I like blues. Who doesn't like blues? Let's see here.
Slack is helping Ari by providing information in real time for everyone on our team.
Skip this ad. Sorry. Let me pause at a couple comments here. How has the journey been going with playing a 7-string since you got it? It's been interesting. The 7-string is a really jazzy instrument. It's I never would have expected that. My new album, the Reaper's Kiss one, is going to have a lot of songs with the 7-string in it that aren't being released yet. It's going to be like, for the actual album release, people will hear those songs. But yeah, I've gotten some interesting ideas I never would have thought of without that 7-string. The only downside is when you get really used to playing on the 7-string and you go back to a 6-string, the string spacing F's me up. Because like I have to pick a little further out for the 7-string, and then when I go back to like a 6-string, it whacks my whole like sequencing. So my brain has to reprogram. When I do a solo, it's always off the top of my head. Oh, that's cool, man. Nothing wrong with that. Heck yeah. I do that too, but when I'm writing music, I try to do like more structure. Like I'll take a good couple hours, piecing the theory together of what I want, and like, I got to really put the work in for what harmonies I want to lay on top, etc. Let's see. Check out Daryl Gable for lessons. His theory is off the charts. I bet, man. I bet. Shai Chen, too, is up there. He's like one of the best. From what he told me, he was actually the best in Israel. I don't know how true that is, but he hosts like masterclass sessions in Israel for his jazz lessons. But yeah, I'm already going with him. If it doesn't work out for the more fusion jazz theory stuff that I'm diving into, then I'll check that out for sure, man. Let's see here. Every time I go back to my 6-string, the neck feels like spaghetti. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the left hand as much. Like, that's okay. But the right hand, that's what F's me up, man. It's like you go back to this, and it's all over the place. I'm like, what the heck is going on here, Like, I'm jumping between, and I come back to 6-string, it's like way closer. Yeah, definitely not used to it. The 7-string is cool, though. I'll say that. It is pretty dang cool. Yeah, that thing's a monster of a guitar, too, man. Especially with the whammy bar. Let's see here. What do we got? I'm doing a 4-week summer music program at University of Houston. Wow, super cool, Sienna, for piano and guitar studies. I'll be a sophomore in high school next September 2025. Wow. Well, congratulations, Sienna, for sticking with it and for, putting in the work and the effort, man. That's so cool. I'm proud of you for doing that and for, putting in the work. That's not easy to do. Anything worthwhile takes work. Anything worth doing takes work, right? So, yeah, kudos to you for doing that. Stick with it, and you will, go far. Just stick with it and practice every day like you're doing. Let me move this off. Probably not going to be doing any more of this camera view for now tonight. Shut this off. Save some battery in my phone. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Let's see, went back up. Barry Sax. Oh, man, nice. That'd be a good one to do. I've tried to play piano before, but my hands don't sync like they do with guitar. You and me both, man. You and me both. Sean Lane could play piano as well as guitar. Oh, I believe it, man. Sean Lane was a freaking legend. That guy is an amazing musician. Sax. Ooh, but yeah, harmonica. I saw that right away. Harmonica, heck yeah, man. I would love to play the violin. Ooh, man, that'd be tricky. Yeah, man, violin, that's a beautiful instrument for sure. That'd be really fun to try. Sax is a beautiful instrument. Yeah, it really is, man. So many different, like, oh gosh, and not just Careless Whisper. I know people always say Careless Whisper, for sax tunes, but there's so many songs that have good sax in it, And people always like say Careless Whisper, or they'll say like, what is it? That one song, is it Baker Street or something like that? Which is kind of funny. They always pick those same ones all the time. But viola was the first string instrument I ever played. I was not good at it though. Oh dang, dude. Yeah, I never knew that, man. I never knew you had a past experience with the viola. That's intense, man. The violas are a trip. They are definitely a trip. Definitely not for everybody. So I feel you on that. I don't think I'd be able to pull it off either. Like, I barely did. I tried one time on a violin. I never took a lesson. It's just somebody was showing me that they had a violin. They wanted me to look at it. Anyways, long story short, it was a ridiculous experience. I knew I didn't have the coordination for it at all. I said, nope, it's not going to happen. Let's see here. I would love to play an Arabic instrument called the oud. Am I pronouncing that right? Oud? Or oud? Is it oud? Or oud? I'm probably saying it wrong both ways. But, yeah, dude, those would be pretty cool. I haven't heard of that. But I know there's some really cool, like, Middle Eastern instruments, right? The music store I used to work at, we had one instrument. I forget what it's called, though. And it wasn't there very long. It was used. But a Middle Eastern guy came and bought it, which is kind of funny because he was exactly the thing he was looking for. Getting the correct pressure on the bow was my biggest issue. Yeah, dude. See, that's what I'm talking about. That kind of coordination stuff, I don't think I can handle that because I already have enough problems with guitar. I used to play trombone and baritone tuba. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's intense. That was a workout, I bet, huh? Especially with the tuba. Those things are freaking huge. That's rough. With trombone also, man. That's so cool, though, that you have experience in that. I mean, like I said, it's like half of it, a workout just walking around with those things or playing one. Oh man, that's your PE for the day and your music. PE and music in one go. Honestly, that's, yeah, bonkers. All right, let's see here. Close that off. But yeah, guys, this is a pretty neat instrument. I gotta say, I give it a 10 out of 10. This Enya guitar. In fact, I like it so much, I sent them an email and I said, hey, if you guys are ever looking to do artist guitars, I would love to like partner up with you and do a guitar. I have some ideas I think would look really cool on this. Maybe keep the similar body style, just change it up a little bit, just a little bit. And they said they'd be interested, but they said that they have like a waiting list for parts and stuff, so it might be like a year or two. I said, okay, because they're still like a newer company. But I was surprised they even agreed to it because I'm not that big of a YouTuber. I'm pretty slow in the totem pole, or low in the totem pole. Slow in other ways too, but you guys know what I meant. Let me turn this down so it doesn't pop on me. But yeah, very cool guitar. I think I'm going to keep this one. I gave the other one away, so somebody got a very cool gift out of that other Enya guitar. Let's see, rock and roll. Heck yeah, man, the rock and roll sign. I love them. Dang, man, that's awesome that you loved it and you definitely rocked it. Mitchell's signature would be straight up awesome. Yeah, I think so too. That'd be really cool, man. It's definitely a possibility in the future. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Like I said, we'll see. It's a iffy thing, but you never know. It might happen. It might happen, might not. I don't know. We'll see what goes on. All right, turn this down a bit. But yeah, super cool. Thank you guys so much for joining me so far. I'll be here probably another 20 minutes or so. Let me know if you guys have any questions about anything, or if you want to talk about anything, or just anything at all. Shoot me a message, guys. I will be here, just hanging out, chit-chatting with you guys. Let me know what you got going on. I'm just hanging out with you guys here. And make sure I got everything up on here. Okay, I do have everybody's message on here, so make sure I didn't forget you guys. What specs would you go for with your own signature model? That is a good question. What specs would I go for? That is a tough one, man. What is Jeff saying? Have a good night. Have a good night to you, my friend. Have a good night to you. It's good seeing you. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Thank you for coming by. I'd have to buy a Lester Mitchell signature guitar. That's cool. Heck yeah. I think it'd be pretty interesting, man. I think it'd be really interesting to, try it out and see what we could do with it. Because like I said, I like the guitar already. It's, pretty nice guitar. I say for the pickups, I keep them the same. I like the Alnico ones because these are Alnico, but I mean, the speaker's hit and miss. I don't mind having a speaker or not. Like, this portion is, it's not something I have to have, but it is nice to have. And I'd say for, for what it is, I probably keep most of the specs the same because I like the sound of the guitar. I think it sounds pretty decent. I would change up a couple things, though. Just a couple. We'll see. It might be a thing I'll do in the future. Might not. We'll see how it goes. Let's see here. Okay, I'm not ignoring anybody. I gotta make sure, man. I get talking a lot, and then I don't shut up, and then I miss comments. So I don't mean to. But yeah, cool. Good stuff so far. It's been a blast. I'll be here another 20 minutes or so, or maybe 30. Give it, 25, 30 minutes. But yeah, awesome. Let me know what you guys got going on. I'm just hanging out here and chit-chatting with you guys. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy going on. How do you get a pick out of the guitar roll? That's a good question. Good question, my friend. They say just to shake it violently from side to side. And I guess I kind of do that too, right? I'll just kind of shake it around a little bit until it falls in the slot. But totally up to you on that one, man. Totally up to you. Let's see, what type of frets does it have? These are carbon fiber for the neck, I mean. For the neck, it's carbon fiber. For the body, it's carbon fiber. And I'm not sure what about the frets, though. I'm not sure if they're... I haven't checked on them. I think they're either nickel or they're some other type of fret material. For the fret wire, I'm not sure, like I said. I'll have to double check with the website on that, because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I'm I'm surprised you wouldn't go with Seymour Duncan pickups. Yeah, you know, the Seymour Duncans don't sound any better to me than any other pickup. Like, the Alnicos sound pretty sweet and heavy. I don't know. It could just be my ears, though. I could be wrong on that. Shake the hell out of the guitar and just pray that it falls out. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, man. Just rock it until it doesn't rock anymore, I guess. Shook it violently and tilted it side to side to try to line up the pick to hole. It doesn't work. It's a bummer. Yeah, I guess sometimes you're not going to get lucky with that. Sometimes you will. Just kind of depends. Let's see here. What kind of headphones do you have on? The earpods look super, or the ear pads look super comfy. Sorry, I'm like half blind. These are Philips, I believe. They're Philips Fidelio. Philips Fidelio. I got these on Amazon like 4 or 5 years ago, and they're like open back headphones. They have like this open part here so you don't damage your hearing too bad. Hopefully. Knock on wood. I don't go deaf. I keep the volume relatively low, but anyways. Come in string doesn't work either. That's funny, man. Do I play guitar in the morning? Not really, unless I'm doing lessons. Most of my schedule, because I teach music Monday through Sunday, and most of my lessons are in the morning or afternoon, so I don't play for myself usually until like late afternoon or early evening, if I get to play at all, because I'm really busy with editing. So some days I don't get to play anything. I'm just sitting there instructing people, which is fine. But the little sticky hands the kids play with, drop it in the hole, shake it around. Yeah, that would do it. One day in the near future, it will fall out when you're not even trying to get it out. Yeah, that's true. It will fall out just randomly. Nice, thanks. No worries, dude. No worries. I only have one pick. Oh, dang, that sucks. I prefer open back. They sound more open. And I like hearing it. There are loud sounds around me. Makes sense. That makes sense. I could definitely agree with you on that, man. Definitely could agree with you. Hank Hill says, I mean, like, if the dog knocks something over, I want to hear it. Yeah, that would be good. You gotta make sure you hear everything, you know, you're not getting yourself in trouble, I suppose. Let's see. When I can't find my picks, I just pinch my index finger and thumb together and use my fingernail as a pick. Yeah, I guess you could totally do that. You know, you could pluck with your fingers or your fingernails. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. Some people do that. Some people go to the extreme and they'll like pick with their other fingers, you know, if they're doing like classical and stuff. But we don't have to worry about that. We're not doing classical. Okay, there we go. But yeah, hopefully that kind of helps out just a bit, my friends. Let's see. He says, I cut my nails short all the time because volleyball. Oh my goodness. Well, that's pretty cool. Volleyball, man. That's a rough thing right there. You're getting a lot of exercise doing that. I need to get some more exercise, man. I just sit around all the time. I sit around and I teach all the time, and I need to get up and move around more, so I need to get off my lazy butt. Yeah, volleyball, that'd kill me. I would be dead. No pun intended there. Alright, so I'm just going to let this hang here. Let me open up something real quick. Sorry. Bear with me, guys. Is this working correctly? Okay, yeah, it is. We're still good. Just checking to make sure everything's running okay on my computer here. We're still good. Hasn't crashed on me yet, knock on wood. But then last week, I think it crashed during like my 3rd hour, so we're going to see. We will see what happens. But cool. Hope you guys are having a good Friday out there. Let me know what you guys got going on. I'll be here for a little bit longer until, maybe 20 minutes from now. I know I said probably 30, 25 now. 25 minutes, I'd say. And then we're going to get to some other stuff. My brain's fried for the day, and my fingers are sloppy. Forgive the noodling. That's, you know, all my flubs and everything. Yeah, like I said, I don't get as much practice as I'd like to get in, so. Volleyball get pretty intense. Also, you could always rely on the trusty method of using a small coin as a pick. Doesn't sound great, but it works in a pinch. Yeah, I guess you could do that. Your poor strings, man, they're going to be assaulted with the sharpness of the coin for sure. But as long as you wipe them off after and you avoid the corrosion, you should be okay. So your strings don't corrode as badly. Which reminds me, dude, Skitty, we gotta hook you up, man. I gotta help you out with your guitar, man. We'll see what happens with the 7-string. Like I'm finishing some 7-string songs, like I was saying. And once they're done, I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing 7-string or not, because it's really interesting. But we'll hook you up, man. And either we'll have the opportunity to, mess around on the 7-string, or I might just give it to you. Depending on how it goes, we'll see. Because I might just drive myself nuts with the 7-string. How long have you been playing for? Oh, gosh. I've been playing guitar like 23 years, but I wouldn't say I've been doing it like I haven't been doing focused practice for that long, because, there's certain parts of my life in that period where I wasn't doing the right practice routine I should have been doing. So I got a later start in my practice journey. So I'd say even though I've been playing 23 years, the last 10 to 13 I took seriously, learning music theory, doing metronome stuff, having good teachers, fix bad habits, which I still have bad habits, but you know what I mean, trying to correct things. It's been about 10, 13 years, but I've been playing 23 total. There's not been a break in between, I guess is what I mean. Yeah, exactly, man. That's the last thing you need. That's the last thing you need. Can never have too many strings. Yeah, I wish. 9 is too many? Yeah. So, I'm bleeding. Well, will have a scar. I'm not sure what you mean, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm not sure I follow on that one. Let's see. I build my own guitars. I have my own line. Faro guitars. That's crazy, dude. What in the heck? The people you meet online. It's just so amazing. Wow. That's impressive, dude. Kudos to you. If you have your own guitar, brand and company, that's sweet. Really cool stuff. Yeah, I'll have to check out your site, man. If you got a site or something, I'd love to see what you designed. I mean, that's so cool. Especially since you build your own guitars, man. That's freaking cool. Okay, you broke a string and it stabbed you or something in your fingers. Ugh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, strings, you just never know what's going to happen. Man, I've seen horrible things happen to people. Strings go under the fingernails, or fingers get in the eyeball. I've seen that happen, or bust off and hit somebody in the vein. Guitars can be lethal, man. They could be a little scary. I'm always really careful, because I just never know what's going to smack me up. Hey, what's up, Dylan? Congrats on the 9K. Keep up the great work. Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Appreciate coming by to say that, dude. It's very nice of you. I'll definitely keep it up. It's a grind for all of us, right? We're all in this together. Let's see here. Some of them I buy real cheap and modify them. Oh, I see. Well, that's still cool, dude. Hey, that's some hard work. That is some hard work. Let's see. More like flew up. I had my arm pretty good. I had a bandage. Is good. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay. Hopefully you washed it out with some, little bit of alcohol or something to disinfect it. Even though it doesn't feel good. Especially if it's a rusty string, you don't want to have a tetanus shot. Yeah, we sure have, dude. We sure have. And for those of you who don't know, the job I used to work at for 8.5, almost 9 years, Skitty, Scott, let's call him Scott, is his name. Oh, sorry, Scott, you're now known out there. But yeah, Scott used to work with me. We both got kicked to the curb over the years, so yeah. New string, thank God. Heck yeah, that's good. Avoid tetanus, man. I've had 2 different tetanus shots in my life, and you guys will laugh, man. This is a true story. So, I had this rusty nail. I stabbed myself in the foot like an idiot. Anyways, long story short, I needed a tetanus shot because I haven't had one in a long time, about a few years ago. So I go to the hospital, and I could have sworn for the life of me that they give you the needle in the buttocks area. That's what I thought, from my memory. Served me right. I thought that's what it was. So, I'm getting in the office, the nurses are in there, and I'm taking my pants off, and they're looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm all, oh yeah, you guys are going to jab me, right? With the needle in the butt. And they're like, what? No, put your pants on. We're not going to do that. I'm like, oh, you don't do that. No, we're just going to put it in your arm up here. I was like, oh, thank God. I was like expecting it to be not a fun experience. I mean, it still wasn't fun, but it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, thank goodness. I don't get a needle in the butt today. Thank you. I'm so happy. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, we've seen some horrible things, man. We've seen some horrible things, and we've had some mistreatment, I'll say. I'm not going to talk super negative, but I will say that I think, it was a little much we dealt with. It could be a Netflix movie in itself. That guy could have his own Netflix movie we worked with. Oh, cool. Congratulations on the pick finding. That's always a good thing. Heck yeah. Kudos to you. You have a couple picks now. Nice. Sounds like you got quite a few. Yeah, just made my arm sore for a week, pretty much. Oh man, like I'm just glad it wasn't my left cheek, man. I'm good on that. It's a comedy what takes inspiration. Hey, that's how the best stuff's made, dude. That's how creativity is right there. Take real life experiences, especially the stuff we went through, and make it into a comedy. You gotta laugh at it, because if you don't laugh at it, you just feel like depressed, because it's just depressing memories, man. Like, we've seen some pretty wild stuff, I'll say. I can't believe I worked there for almost 9 years. I don't know how I did it. And now that I've not been there, I gotta tell you, dude, I've been like the happiest I've ever been in my life. Like, I didn't realize how toxic that place was until I stopped working there. Like, I don't know, does that make sense? Like, you work somewhere for so long, you just get used to how things are. And I didn't realize I was stressed out being there. Like, just being there made me feel physically, like, I get, like, chest pain and stuff. And I didn't realize why. Like, I wasn't thinking about it. I was just kind of suppressing it. But now that I'm away from that place and all the toxicity that was, there, I feel like a brand new person, man. I feel like a huge weight off my chest. So I'm super super grateful. More than grateful, especially being able to do YouTube and make videos and connect with you guys and do community stuff like this. I mean, dude, I'm blown away. So yeah, definitely blessed, definitely grateful. I just can't express my gratitude enough. It's really just an incredible thing. You have to laugh, absolutely, man. You absolutely have to laugh it off. It's just life's too short for all that. I don't know how you put up with the environment, bro. I was there for 4 months and couldn't take it anymore. I'm glad to hear that you're doing better. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, me being canned was the best thing that ever happened to me. Funny, because I was, like, not sure what was going to happen. But yeah, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't know how I lasted 8.5 years either, dude. Like, almost 9 years. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's mind-boggling. Like, I don't know. It just became a normal thing, I guess, But yeah, the things I put up with, the insults, the condescending, toxic, environment that I had put up with that was directed at me, I heard a lot of horrible things and definitely mistreated quite a bit. So let's see here. OG Yellow Turtle, one from a concert at the park, my main practicing, and a blue one. Oh, cool. Making a jewelry so I won't lose them. Smart. That is smart. Very smart on that. And the like, but I mentally can't bring myself to sit and play now that I really haven't played in 15 years. Any advice? Yeah, dude, you know what? Try to find something fun that you like to do. That's what I would say. If you haven't played in 15 years and you want to get back into it and you're not really wanting to do the boring stuff, don't do it yet. Just do something fun. Like, look up some tabs. If you know how to read tab, look up, like, maybe a simple tune that you like. Play just a part of a riff or part of a lick. Sometimes that alone can bring back the inspiration, dude. I mean, you just gotta inspire yourself, do something that you love to do. And then from there, if you feel like you want to take it a step further and do some chords and scale theory, do it. I think that's something that will help quite a bit. Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people, by the way, Scott. I've told some stories to some people in, real life, and they look at me like, your boss did that? Like, that's not normal. I'm like, yeah, I guess it wasn't normal, but, you just kind of deal with it, I guess. I don't know. It's just like, you know what I mean, right? Like, it's just one of those things you don't think about, and it kind of sucks. Been building guitars. Oh, wow. Well, that's cool, dude. I don't have any advice on that. I don't know anything about building them. I think if Pharaoh's still here in the chat, he could probably give you some advice. Dang, man. Yeah. Well, shoot. Hopefully it'll be a good retirement, man. And, you know, you sounds like you definitely deserve it. Let's see. Stories. Yes, I relate to young teen less. Well, I'm glad you relate to me, man. I'm glad you can relate. Getting uncomfortable where you are, just decide to deal with it. Yeah, you know, that's a perfect example right there. Like, you know it's not good for you. You know it stresses you out. You know you're being treated like bad, but then you just put up with it anyway because it's like, what am I going to do anyway, right? You try to justify it, like, well, this is all I got. Like, I don't know if I can get anything else. Like, maybe this is not that bad, or you know, you try justifying things. So it makes sense. Let's see. I'm a great builder, just no confidence and deal with depression. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, dude. You know what? If you have, you know, time, you know, I would say if you want to join my memberships on YouTube here, I think my cheapest, or not my cheapest, it's like $9. I do like memberships here on the channel, and the $9 option gives you a 1 hour lesson, or no, sorry, it's like 40-minute lesson for free, so we can do like a one-on-one chat and stuff. It's supposed to be 30, but it always goes over to like 40 because I talk people's ears off. But yeah, if you want to do something like that, that's like the lowest I could do. Sometimes I also give lessons away on the channel also, but just so you know, if you want to do that, I would give you as much as I could to, you know, inspire you. And hopefully that one lesson would be enough to, you know, have you jamming some cool stuff, man. Let's see here. Because home is not what one would think. That is true. That is true. Job is something you do, not who you are. Exactly, exactly. It shouldn't be about who you are. But unfortunately, when you work in a toxic place, it can be about who you are. Good night, gentlemen. Hey, good night, my friend. Thank you for joining. What do you find yourself playing when you pick up guitar for the first time in the day? For me, the first thing I'll play in the day, if I haven't played anything at all, maybe just some chromatics, maybe a few chord progressions, like jazz chord progressions. Then I'll work into some major scale stuff, kind of warm up my hands a bit. Just kind of see how it goes. Scrolling through the chat here to make sure I'm not missing anything. Trying to... That's silly, dude. You guys aren't losers. If you guys are losers, I'm a loser too, man. We're all on the same boat. So we're in the same family, man. Yeah, thanks for coming back, dude. I'll be here another, like, maybe few minutes. I'm gonna head out here probably like 5 minutes. I have a lesson with a student in China, and I don't want to be late, but I better check my chat log too to make sure he didn't cancel on me or anything. Let me look at my Skype. He does Skype, even though I do like other options. I do like Zoom and Google Meet, but he likes doing Skype for whatever reason. Okay, I don't have any missed messages, so that's a good thing. Yeah, so anyways, I'll be here probably another 5 minutes or so. I'm just learning to play. Nothing wrong with that, man. We all start from there. We all start from the beginning, you know? And it doesn't matter how good somebody is. It just matters if you have fun, you can express yourself musically, right? It doesn't matter how many chords you know or how many arpeggios you can do. All that matters is if you can make music and it makes you happy and you have fun with it. That's all that matters. Unless you want to make a career selling or being a teacher or something, that's a whole different thing. But, you know, then you have to know what you're doing a little bit. But if you just want to have fun and play music, man, you don't need a lot. You know, you don't need a lot. Absolutely. You and me both. You and me both, man. I'd love to be camping in the mountains in late autumn, early one day and play Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. Oh, very pretty sound, yeah. That would be cool. I like the imagery you painted there. That'd be very, like, with earth, right? It's very down to earth. I like that. And my motto is embrace the suck. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you're expressing yourself and it feels good, nothing sucks, technically. It's all a matter of opinion. It's all subjective. Music's a subjective thing. I could tell you, you know, Greg Howe's amazing. Some people out there think he sucks. I think, you know, Holdsworth is interesting. Some people think he sounds like crap. I could say, you know, Satriani is a hero and has amazing legato. Some people think he just wanks the guitar too much and it sounds awful. It's, you know, people have such diverse opinions. So what I think's good, somebody might think is awful playing on my part, and that's fair. So we're all going to be our own version of ourselves in that way. Let's see. It's okay, dude. I thought you were just saying like F society or something, or like F the system. That's what I took from it. Let's see here. I missed some of the comments. Sorry. Oh, wow. Well, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad my streams are kind of helpful. It makes it worthwhile for me then. Because I never know if streaming is even worthwhile. I don't know if anybody really like... I don't know like how much good I'm putting out in the world, but I'm glad if it's paying off, then that makes it worthwhile for me. Oh, solo piano music. Nice. Same here, by the way. I really like listening to like just piano improv. It's really soothing, man. It's just really soothing. So I can totally relate to you on that. Like I understand where you're coming from on that forefront. But yeah, super cool stuff there, guys. Yeah, so just to kind of recap everything that's going on, for those of you that are just popping in the stream now. So, to finish off the stream, let's just talk a little bit about what we mentioned today. We did the melodic minor kind of exercises. You guys can rewind and look at that if you want. We did some improv, and I sucked. I did some flubs, but it's fine. You know, we all suck at it sometimes. I do every day at least once. So, you know, we talked about improv a little bit, how I approach stuff. We broke down some of my solos. We looked at them, you know, music theory-wise. We've talked about, you know, just stuff that you guys had questions about, of course, in between that. I also announced that I was doing my GoFundMe, right? So my computer, I don't know how much time I have left with it. It might eventually die here. It's very old. It's got a lot of issues. I have a lot of problems when editing. I just have a lot of issues with it in general. It screws up with the lessons. I have to use my phone. It screws up with editing music, and it screws up with production. It's just all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I decided to make a GoFundMe, and we're going to aim to get funds for a new laptop, and hopefully we'll get enough funds. We can also do a side project with CDs. I like to produce CDs for my next album. So you guys will get like a cool case and all that good stuff, right? Like an actual CD, hopefully. That'd be my goal. If we don't meet the goal, that's cool too. I don't have any negative feelings on that. Like I'm not, oh man, it's so disappointing. Like that's fine. We'll make do with what we can. But if we make the goal, that'd be really cool too, because I can make more content. I could do a lot more workflow with everything that we got going on. It'd make life a lot easier for me. I won't be waiting 3 hours to export a video or to, you know, have my computer crash 100 times in the middle of editing. So, anyways, that's what's going on there. Let me see here. I felt bad once I noticed the middle finger. That's funny. It's all good, man. I like solo piano radio. Oh, that's nice. The only thing that sucks in this video is that vacuum cleaner behind you. That's awesome. Good eye, by the way. That's a good vacuum cleaner, by the way. It sucks in a good way. It sucks in a good way. Bye. Later, my friend. Appreciate you coming by. Yeah, definitely, dude. It's going to be interesting. So if we meet that goal, that'll be my first ever physical CD with like booklet and all the cool stuff with digital art and just the whole like real CD vibe. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it'd be kind of cool. We're going to do my best. Let's see, your streams are performance or combination of performance and teaching. Love it, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hey, you do good streams too, man. I popped in a couple of your streams, and they're pretty entertaining, man. You know, you got some cool stuff going on. But yeah, I'm glad you like the flow of what I got going on here. I try to do a balance of teaching, answering questions, and, you know, performing a little bit. I don't want to be too much one or the other because I don't want to bore everybody. Like, I don't want to do all teaching, and I don't want to do all jamming. So trying to find a happy balance. I'm still working on that, so forgive me, guys. It's still work in progress for me. Take it back to the 2000s. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hopefully, if it works out, like I said, we'll definitely be getting some CD copies in for Reaper's Kiss. And there'll be some exclusive songs only on the CD. So that'd be kind of cool. Like an actual release. To give you an example, I got like 6 songs on that are being released on the CD you guys have already heard. But there's going to be like 6 other songs that you guys haven't heard. Some of them will be short little etudes. Some of them will be full-length songs. And, you know, some of those are going to be just for the CD era, right? For the CD folks out there. But those songs will be released over time on my Spotify 6 months after the CD release. So CD first was going to have the extra songs, and then later, if you want to wait and hold out, they'll come out for the digital releases later, which will be later on, like I said. So yeah, should be interesting. Should be kind of cool. Now, original music is kind of dead, in a sense, and that's fine with me. Like, I don't expect a lot with it. Like, I'm not looking to be famous. I'm not looking to play, you know, anywhere fancy. I'm not looking to be, you know, on the Billboard anytime soon, right? I don't think anybody really cares for original music nowadays that much. Maybe a little bit. There's some people that do appreciate it, but it's not like a huge thing. It's not like it was, at least, you know, years ago. Now, I'm not saying that to discourage people, right? I still make original music, and I don't care if people listen to it or not. I just love making music. Like I said, I'm a composer. I love to write. I love to analyze. I just love to compose music, right? I have a lot of stuff that I've composed for that reason. Granted, some of it may never get heard, and that's fine. I have fun with it, and I just love the sound. I love the feel of it. It's just a way for me to express myself musically. It's kind of like therapy for me. Therapeutic. I can't talk. Blech. Therapeutic for me. But of course, if other people are inspired by it and they like it and they listen to it, which some people have told me they actually listen to my songs, they play along with my songs, that just, oh dude, it makes me feel so happy, honestly. Like, that brings me so much joy to know that other people are inspired by my playing, and that my tunes can inspire you to write tunes, or you like my songs enough to want to play them. That's just so humbling. You know, I'm just a dude that makes music in California. I'm not anything fancy. So, heck, man, I'm just very honored. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. That's exactly right, man. Entertaining people and just putting on a show and putting some good music together. That's what it's all about, man. But yeah, this will be some lesson content coming out, some more review content for some pedals. No guitar reviews coming up. You know, there's just not a lot of guitar companies right now that are interested in working together. A lot of them are working with bigger YouTubers, so that's fine. But, and, you know, I would like to, you know, purchase stuff. But, you know, the problem with that is, you know, you got to buy products. And I don't have extra money laying around. All my money goes to rent, goes to food, inflation. And speaking of inflation, my rent just went up another $100. So, I mean, prices are not going down. They're going up, which I kind of expected. But it is what it is. What can you do, man? What can you do? Not to depress you guys, but just venting a little. Anyways, having said all that good stuff, I'm going to take off from now. I have to do this lesson with this guy from China. I got like 7 minutes to hook up my stuff on Skype and get it ready. If you guys have any questions about anything that, you know, you have in mind later and you're not sure how to get a hold of me, you can send me a message to my email, which is lestermitchellguitarist@gmail.com. lestermitchellguitarist@gmail.com. It's also the one on my About Me page here on YouTube. So you can go ahead and contact me that way if you have any inquiries about anything at all. If you guys, you know, want to, you know, take lessons or anything at all for that type of stuff, same thing. Email me to the same email. Look back 12 years ago when we first met compared to now, you made it really far, bro. Well, appreciate that, dude. Well, geez, man, I sure appreciate that. You're a good dude, Scott. I'm glad we've got to be buddies, man. You've been a good pal, and I'm glad we can go through this together, dude. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your evening and weekend. Keep your eye out for some new videos coming out soon, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. Peace.